Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the C+ Podcast. As always, I am one of your hosts, Shogun Shin, and I am joined by my co-host, Hex Ginkgo. So, Hex, you messaged me
I did.
Several weeks ago when you originally came up with this idea. That you messaged me to find a bunch of restaurant chain logos.
Yep.
And originally I thought that you were going to have me guess. I thought you were going to have me guess the logos, which I was super excited for. And then you were like, it's not that. And I got a little sad, but then you were like, what we're going to do is we're going to rank a bunch of these restaurants. And so you found a bunch and I found some. And I forgot that I was going to share my screen with you so that way you can see and follow along. So let me do that for you.
Okay, cool.
But so, okay, so I have the tier list right here. And the way that I've situated it, it goes from double S to F. All right?
Okay.
So
cool.
Double S is like, if it's open, we're going there. No questions asked.
Right. Yeah.
And then F is, I would rather burn my money and eat rusty nails. that is what that is.
Fair
So
enough.
that's where we're at. And so I went ahead and took all the logos that you sent me, and then I found a couple for myself. And I was surprised because one, you sent me like 40 logos.
I sent you a lot.
You sent me a lot,
which is I
was
wanted
good.
to kind of curate the list, but
yeah. It was really good. And then I went and found like 20 more. So
okay, cool.
We
Sweet.
have like 63 logos to go through.
Goddamn.
All right. So I'm
20 that I missed. Jesus.
Yeah. So I was like racking my brain trying to think of like because I don't go out of my house anymore. I don't leave my house.
Yeah.
That doesn't
right
happen
now. There's no reason to.
Yeah. Right now there's no reason. There wasn't even a reason beforehand either. Honestly.
Right.
But so I was like racking my brain to try and think of like places that I used to go eat to, which wasn't a whole lot. And also a lot of the ones that I had already thought of, you had already covered as well. Cause like you got
right.
you included like KFC, Burger King, Arby's, typical fast food stuff and like IHOP and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, shit, I'd gone there. So then what I did was I literally Googled earlier this afternoon. I literally just Googled restaurant chains, and the first two links I saw were like top 100, top 200 like restaurant chains, and I just kind of went through that list of like, okay, how many do I recognize, and do I actually go eat there? And that's where I basically got mine from.
Okay.
So that's yeah, because again, there wasn't a whole lot for me to pick from, because again, like a lot of the times it was either I've never been there or you've already included it. So
right.
So
well, I didn't do a lot of sit down chains because my intention was to pretty much do that later.
Yeah. See, at first I thought we were doing fast food, but then again you chose IHOP, and then I was like, I would not consider IHOP as fast food.
No.
And so then I put in a lot of mine are a lot of sit down. Mine are definitely a lot of like just restaurants in general, but they're still chain restaurants. So, yeah. Hello?
Okay. Sorry?
Okay, no, nothing.
I'm here.
Okay, I said something and you didn't respond, and I was concerned as if because I thought you were talking and that I couldn't hear you. But okay, so I'm just gonna start from what I have here, and we're gonna go from there. All right?
Okay.
All right. First up, Five Guys.
Oh, that's so top tier for me.
Okay, I have never been to Five Guys.
Oh, it's so good.
I'll be honest.
You definitely need to.
You definitely need to go. I've never been to Five Guys, and it's funny. It's funny that you say that because of, so I live in Ohio. Mm-hmm. Five Guys, we have one in Columbus, which is an hour and a half away from me. and I go to Columbus, or I used to go to Columbus fairly frequently because my mom works there. My uncle used to live there. My cousins used to live there. And so I remember there's a mall in Columbus called Easton. It's a very nice mall, very beautiful. Regardless, there's a Five Guys there, and I remember always seeing it. And when I was in high school, actually, our high school used to have band camp at Otterbein College, which is in Columbus, and we used to go to we'd always have like a free day basically. Yeah. And we'd either go to Polaris Marketplace, which is another shopping mall, or Easton. And all of my friends would always go to like Five Guys. I would go somewhere else because I'm a civilized, cultured person. But I just never went to Five Guys, and I've never gone there before. And it wasn't until probably my senior year of high school, maybe my sophomore year of college. But Lima finally got a Five Guys, and I remember my mom went there because she had also heard the hype. She was like, you go on about how you like Five Guys. I had a bunch of friends in high school who were like, I love, like, Five Guys is awesome. It's so good. It's super great.
So good.
And my mom went, and she's like, I tried that Five Guys place that everyone always talks about. And I go, oh yeah, how was it? I hear it's really good. And she just shrugs and goes, it was okay.
That's disappointing.
she was so lackluster. I'm just like, it was
actually, I think you told me about that.
Yeah,
I think we've talked about this before.
She was so not impressed by it.
Yeah, it was okay.
It was okay.
It's probably one of the better burgers I've ever had. The cook is really good on it. I don't know necessarily how they fry it. I thought they used peanut oil, but that's specifically with their fries.
Oh.
Yeah, if you have a peanut allergy, it's probably not the best place for you.
Yeah,
and it's
I was
not
gonna
because
say,
of
like,
the peanut
that's a
oil
risk.
Well, apparently, what they use is highly refined peanut oil. So I literally just looked up their like stuff about Five Guys, and like.
By the way, I don't want to detract from your story, but you sound really robotic right now, and I'm not sure if that's a concern or not.
Okay, hold on a second.
That sounds a little bit better.
How's that?
Go on with your story, and I'll interrupt you if something's wrong.
Okay. So they use highly refined peanut oil, which apparently doesn't.
It's better, but it's still like you have it's like a small like robotic echo.
That's weird.
Yeah. It's like a weird small robotic echo.
I literally haven't touched my audio in like ever. I just disconnected it.
That sounded okay.
Maybe I should just be a little bit further away from the mic.
That sounds good. That sounds good now.
Okay. Well, whatever.
Yeah.
Cool. Anyway. So they use a special kind of peanut oil that is apparently safe for people with peanut allergies, but they are also the place that you can just get like a cup full of peanuts and then eat them wherever, and then they just toss the shells on the floor.
Oh my god!
If you have a severe peanut allergy,
oh my god,
go in.
Yeah, if you can't be around peanuts at all, not a place for you. Otherwise, super good. Also,
I knew a guy in college who had severe peanut allergy like that, where even just touching a peanut would send him into like, not like anaphylactic shock, but like hives.
Oh god, that's like, terrifying.
Yeah, like it. Yeah, it was really interesting to like, cause we were talking about it one day. We were eating lunch and I had a cookie, and he goes, "Does that?" We got like these box lunches and stuff like that, like these pre-made box lunches, and each one had a cookie in it. And I remember he gave his cookie to me. He goes, "Oh, you don't want it?" And he goes, "No, I can't eat it." And I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "That has peanuts in it." And I'm like, "Oh, you're allergic to peanuts?" He goes, "Yeah, like if I even touch it, I'll actually break out." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go eat it over here now.
Yeah,
like 3
I'll
feet
go
away
sit at
from
my
you."
own table.
like holy shit! But he was like so casual about it. He's like, "Yeah, I can't eat it, so whatever."
Oh man, that sucks. Please don't kill me.
All right, so I've never had Five Guys. I'm gonna go off of my opinion of my mom of how when she had Five Guys. So
You're gonna go off of your mom and not your friends that told you it was really good.
Look. They're like, hey, I mean, okay, I'll split the difference. How about that?
Okay.
So I'll put. I would say it's A, as I'll put it there. I'll put it at A for me.
It's an S for me. S? Like it would be in double S, but like, it's the best burger I've had.
Wow. All right. So okay, we'll split. You said you would put it in double S. I put it in A. We'll split the difference. Put it in S. Okay. We'll split the difference. All right.
That's fair.
Next up, Applebee's.
Where
it's always good in the neighborhood, baby.
I've only been there like twice.
Really?
Yeah. Applebee's isn't super big here. Like there's a few locations, but I've only been there like maybe twice.
That's surprising.
I don't remember liking it that much. From what I remember, my gut instinct is like C or D.
Okay. I don't mind Applebee's. Like, it's definitely not my first pick. But I will say that I'm slightly biased just because of I guess my mom. I don't know if my mom really likes Applebee's or we just have like coupons for Applebee's. I think my mom is slightly.
There's 2 seconds from us.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm slightly biased just because of like I get Applebee's surprisingly more frequent than I would ever like notice. But it's just because of like my mom is usually just like, hey, we're getting carryout from Applebee's. What do you want? And I'm like, okay, cool. So
that's how my family was with Red Robin.
Yeah. So it's like that's kind of where I'm at with Applebee's. So I'll put it at B is where I'm at.
Okay.
So like I'm cool with B.
I don't have enough of an informed opinion. It's been so long.
Like it's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
It's probably been like 15 years since I've been to an Applebee's.
Yeah. For me, it's like, it's okay. It's not like my first pick, but it's like, it's there. Like, that's cool, I guess.
No, I don't remember that.
All right, next up. Oh, God, that's way too big. Arby's.
Holy shit. Okay. I hate Arby's.
What?
I do. I hate Arby's.
What?
Like, food-wise, I would give it, like, an F.
Really?
But their commercials are amazing, and also their popcorn chicken is actually really good. I don't know if they still have it.
The popcorn chicken is really good.
The popcorn chicken takes it from an F to a D for me.
Wow, it's that good, and you're only gonna bump it up by 1.
Good.
Really?
Yes. Their commercials are amazing.
I will say, okay, I'll kind of agree with you. I'm gonna put it at. I would like to officially put it at C, is where I'm at.
I'll give it a D+. Like right in the middle.
Yeah. I'd probably give it a C. I guess let's put it right in between. We'll put it a D+. I'll be okay with that.
It's not good food.
Because
do you know what the meat is? Like, have you seen them make the meat?
No.
Oh, it's not good, dude.
I feel like any fast food,
not real meat.
Look at how they make their food. I feel like you're not gonna
It's so much
enjoy it.
worse than you think.
Like,
it's so much worse.
I mean, I'll tell you this. I have never eaten Arby's and immediately hated myself, unlike some other fast food that we will eventually get to.
Okay.
So,
all right.
There's that. But like, I will say that if you asked me this question, if you had me rank Arby's, like maybe 8 years ago, at least, I probably would tell you it would be like A or S, honestly. Like, truly. Like, old school Arby's is so good. I had a friend of mine back in like middle school, early high school. He moved away, unfortunately, and we just didn't keep up with each other. But I remember his family got Arby's when I was like staying over to his house, and his family got Arby's. And at this point, I never went to Arby's. Like, I was always like, I either went to like the BK or McDonald's. And like, what do you want from Arby's? I'm like, I don't know. And my friend was like, oh, just get what I'm getting. I'm like, all right, what are you getting? He's like, I'm getting curly fries and a chicken bacon Swiss sandwich. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that sounds pretty good. And the chicken bacon Swiss sandwich was a deep fried chicken with Swiss cheese, honey mustard, and I believe there was something and like lettuce on it. Basically, it was kind of like a BLT, basically. And it was delicious. I thought it was amazing. It was like 10 out of 10. But then again, I was an old and cultured degenerate in middle school, so. But yeah, if you had had me rank it back then, I'd be like, yes, A tier at the bare minimum. Nowadays, I'm like, it's okay. Like, again, I eat it and I don't immediately hate myself, so it gets points there.
Yeah.
But it's fast food, and I'm just kind of like, eh.
Is this?
All right, next, Auntie Anne's.
The pretzel place. Auntie Anne's.
I would put it probably at A. Primarily just because I have very fond memories of Auntie Anne's. I love, like, granted, it's like the only pretzel place that we have where I live. I would also agree with you. I've never hated it. I just remember, like, so.
Although $5 for a pretzel is expensive.
I live in a very small town called Lima, Ohio, and some of you may recognize that name because of the show Glee. It's not nearly as interesting as the show paints it. And our mall is depressing. Like, if I had to ever describe our mall, it is just sad. It's like literally the definition of depression and sadness. But there is a ray of hope that is being snuffed out, or that has not been snuffed out, but is being snuffed out as the years go by, and that is Auntie Anne's Pretzels in our mall. Because I remember as a kid, I was so excited because if I ever went to the mall with my mom, she would go to Victoria's Secret, and then right next door is GameStop, which is a very weird place to have those two stores together.
That's so smart. That's so smart.
So, no, see, I also agree it's really smart because the way it was situated, it was GameStop, then on the left of it was Victoria's Secret, and on the left of that is Auntie Anne's.
Yeah, dude, that's so
and it's
smart.
So smart because I would always tell people who when I was if I was out of town, like my friend, like some people, like friends out of town, they'd be like, "That's weird place," but I go, "No, it's smart," because then what you would do is all the middle-aged guys would go to GameStop, and then they would look at they'd walk out, look at Victoria's Secret, get sad, and they would go to Auntie Anne's and get a pretzel.
That was not the idea that I had at all.
That was the idea that I had.
A couple goes on a date. The guy goes into the GameStop. The girl goes into the Victoria's Secret, and then both like, "Hey, let's get some Auntie Anne's." Man, mine is way less depressing than yours.
Look, I told you, my mall is the definition of sad.
Oh, hey.
But
yeah, I can tell.
As the years have gone by, though, unfortunately, they have moved Auntie Anne's from its own like storefront to it's literally just like those those like islands that you just see in malls that usually have
that no one ever goes to.
No one ever goes to. That's what it is now in my mall, and it's still in front of GameStop though, so that's pretty cool.
Well,
it's still next to GameStop.
They're smart about it.
Yeah, at least they're really smart about it.
Fat nerdy fucks.
Yeah.
Come get your goddamn pretzels and nacho cheese.
Dude, their cheese is so good. Oh my God.
It's so good, but it's so bad
good,
for you.
But it's so bad. But it's so good though.
It's really good.
But yeah, so I have very fond memories of Auntie Anne's. What do you normally get at Auntie Anne's, out of curiosity?
I just get a normal one. I just like a normal hot big pretzel.
Okay, that's fair.
Occasionally, like Emily has gotten like the one with the pepperoni on it.
Oh, I love
that one's
those.
Pretty good.
I love those.
It's just not what I strictly go for. It's really good though.
Yeah, when I was a kid,
the sugary one's all right.
Yeah.
I'm not a big cinnamon person, so.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I would usually get an original pretzel with the nacho cheese dipping sauce.
Dude, that's like $1 or more here just for the sauce.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I swear to God, it might be like it's like 75 cents or like $1.50.
Wow, that's insane. But yeah, and then as I got older, I would get the pepperoni pretzels. Those are probably my absolute favorite. Those are so good. And then if I want to get something quick, I get like one of those pretzel dogs, like the.
I've never had one of those.
Oh, they're so good. They're actually so delicious.
To be fair, though, like I would like to try one. I'm very iffy about hot dogs. I grew up eating them. I had them a lot for baseball, and then I found out what was in them, and then I'm like, I swore off of them for like 5 years. And then, like, at barbecues that my dad would cook, or like whenever we would go to like a buddy's place, there was always like, I don't want to be the guy who eats 4 hamburgers, so I'm like, all right, I'll take a hot dog.
Oh my God.
And then 4 hamburgers.
I love hot dogs. I will say that, like, I say that they're really, really good, but like compared to like, I don't even know, compared to like a hot dog you get at a baseball game, they're like trash. But they're good enough. Like, they're good enough hot dogs that I'm like, you know what? Like, I know what I'm buying and I'm okay with it.
Have you ever had a Korean hot dog?
No. What is that?
They're really good. Well, at least here, I can't say specifically like if this is accurate to cuisine in actual Korea, but here they're like really well dressed and very spicy hot dogs.
Ooh, interesting.
So they're actually, at least the ones that are sold at the place that I used to go to, they're fairly large. You can't tell how big I'm holding my hands up, but probably a good like.
I'll see it in the edit. So
yeah, you'll see it later. So they're probably a good like foot long, and at least the one that I got was just loaded with, I think it had like jalapenos and like the spicy sauce that you would get at or not jalapenos. Fuck. It was. It's some Korean like vegetable and spices that I'm not accustomed to. It might have been kimchi. I don't know.
Kimchi is fermented cabbage with spices in it.
I know what kimchi looks like, and it didn't look like that. I'd have to go back and look. I'll actually. Anyway, they're really good, and if you ever find one, you should definitely check it out.
What do you normally get on a hot dog? Out of curiosity.
I'm pretty basic. I do just mustard and ketchup.
Okay, yeah. I'm also pretty basic. Mustard.
I hate relish.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I'm pretty basic. Either mustard, ketchup, or both. Usually. I hate Chicago style.
I thought they were Korean.
I hate Chicago dogs. I really do. Like, I have a couple friends that like swear by Chicago dogs and like will like put just anything and everything on a hot dog, and I'm like, that's too much. Like, that's just too much on a hot dog, honestly.
Okay, so I was under the assumption that they were Korean hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, they're Japanese hot dogs.
Ah.
The reason I thought it was a Korean hot dog is because the one that I used to get was called the Seoul dog. Like Seoul, Korea.
Didn't hear me. Yeah. No, yeah.
I know. I get it. Here's the menu. And
ooh, those look good.
I thought they look the same. Oh, god damn it. Anyway, so the one I would get was the Seoul dog, and it was gochujang. With red onions and kimchi. So yeah, kimchi was on it. And the other one that I got was the Mojo dog, which had spicy mayo sauce and teriyaki sauce. Ooh. They're really good. I've never tried the Sea Dog because it has wasabi mayo. Actually, I think I took a bite of it because one of my friends had it. And the sweet pickled ginger was really weird.
Yeah, ginger's a weird, like, thing.
I like it, but it's strange.
It's really good, but it's also, it's odd. Okay. Moving on. Yes. Baskin Robbins.
I don't go for ice cream that much. I did just have it recently.
I'll be honest, the last time I went to a Baskin Robbins, I think I was like less than 10.
Really?
Yeah, like I cannot tell you the last time I went to a Baskin Robbins, legitimately.
I would probably give it like a C. It's not my favorite ice cream.
Like a what?
A C.
A C?
A C.
Yeah, I'll put it there as well.
There are two places that if I ever go out for ice cream, it would be either Baskin-Robbins or Ben & Jerry's, and Ben & Jerry's is so much better.
Yeah. No, yeah, I would agree with that.
Better.
I would agree with that 100%.
It's not bad. It's just not my favorite. It's not like if it's bad, I'm giving it a D. If it's really bad, I'm giving it an F.
Yeah.
If it's okay, it'll be.
I will tell you that Baskin-Robbins, I don't see commercials for Baskin-Robbins anymore, but back in the day,
back in the
Baskin-Robbins
the 2000s.
Yeah, in like the 2000s. Yeah. Early 2000s.
I've had some of their ice cream cakes. They're all right.
Ice cream. And
their
a birthday
ice cream
cake.
is
ice cream
okay.
And a birthday cake. Ice cream cake and a birthday cake. Ice cream cake and a birthday cake. Hells
they're
yeah.
Okay. To be honest, the only thing that I ever get from Baskin-Robbins is the sherbet. Or sorbet. No, it's the sorbet.
Sorbet. I was gonna say, like, I'm not a sherbet
or
person,
maybe it's
sorbet, baby.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. It's the rainbow sherbet. That's what I get.
Okay. All right. Next, Burger King.
Burger King.
Having it your way.
You ask me, like, when I was in high school, I would have given this like a double S.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my god, I used to go there
to
every
Burger
day.
King when I was like in elementary school. Like, I had a weird phase of like loving McDonald's, loving Burger King, and then like I got into high school and I was like, I never want to go to these two places ever again.
So in high school, we had off-campus lunch, which was really cool. Because I didn't know that was a thing once you got to high school, and apparently at a lot of places that isn't a thing.
That wasn't a thing for us. I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah. We got to go wherever we wanted, and we had like over an hour. I think we had like 2 hours for lunch or something. And so we would just walk up to Burger King, and back then, Whopper Juniors were $1. So we would just walk up there, get like 4 Whopper Juniors, and then just eat them on the way back and chill. And they were cooked really well. Like the meat was really good. It had the char, and I kind of like a more well done burger. I actually like having a little bit of char on there, so it was perfect for me. I like lots of vegetables, even though I get it. It's a fast food place. Vegetables are never like super great there, but I like lettuce and tomato and stuff, so it's better in that aspect than McDonald's. Okay. But now I would actually do McDonald's over Burger King. The last time I had Burger King, the last few times, their burgers have been really disappointing. They were like cold, or there just wasn't enough char on them. Their fries are definitely not as good as McDonald's. So
that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. I recently got Burger King not too long ago.
Also, their toys were always so much cooler than McDonald's. Sorry.
I can't make that comparison because I don't think I ever got a toy from Burger King, honestly. Maybe I did, and I just don't remember
the last time that I did.
But yeah, I just got Burger King not too long ago, and it was okay. Like, it was all right. So like I would put it at either C or B for me.
I'd probably put it at a low C for me.
C?
My last few experiences have not been great.
All right, we'll put it at C.
Their quality has dipped.
Okay. All right, yeah, we'll put it at C for now. All right. This next one, I don't think you've ever had. I don't know if this is a local thing or not. But this one is Blaze Pizza.
I've never heard of it before.
Never heard of it? Okay, that's not... I'm not surprised by that, to be completely honest. I was introduced to this place when I was in college because of my sister Nicole.
There are apparently places in Portland.
Yeah, I really liked it, but then again, I was also really biased because back in college, my sister Nicole, she actually used to work at a school, and I guess they just had a shit ton of coupons for this place, and all the coupons were literally you could get a free pizza.
Oh, like it's just mod.
Sure, yeah. It's a rapid fire pizza place, where it's like Subway for pizza, where you like you tell them what you want, you get like a base sauce, you put all the stuff on it, and then they'll put it in the oven right then and there, and you pick it up and you take it for your you take it on your way. I really liked it we don't have one where I live, but when I had it and when I ate it a lot in college. I really liked it. I would put it at either A or B, honestly. So that's where I'm at.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. So
I'm very particular about pizza, so in all honesty, I probably would not like it.
Okay, that's fair. We'll put it at B. I think it's a good, decent place. It's like it's there, it's fine. Next is Bob Evans.
Also, I've never been there. I have no idea what that is.
Really? You've never been to Bob Evans?
I don't think they exist here.
Nuh-uh. No way.
Bob Evans.
No way.
Restaurants. I'm not sure I've seen one of those. Well, they were founded in Ohio, so that's not good. Like, in terms of possibilities of being here.
Really? I'm, like, shocked. Like, legitimately. What's your zip code?
97220.
I'm on their website, literally looking up locations. Wow, there are none in Oregon. There are none in Portland.
Yeah.
In a 100-mile radius?
I'm pretty sure I've never seen that restaurant before.
What? I actually didn't know that. I'm shocked. I'm, like, legitimately shocked. Okay, well, so Bob Evans is it's a breakfast restaurant. A lot of the stuff on their menu is kind of like family-sized breakfast meals. They have like omelets, skillets, hotcakes, turkey and chicken, burgers, sandwiches, steak, seafood, farmhouse sides, whatever you would call those.
There aren't even any.
Yeah.
Wait. There aren't even any in California.
Wow, I'm actually shocked by that.
Really? I just looked up the Beverly Hills zip code. There's none within 100 miles of Beverly Hills.
Really?
There's none within 100 miles of me, which means there's likely none in Washington.
Wow.
Unless it's way north Washington. I don't know Seattle's zip code.
I'm like so surprised by that. I'm like legitimately I'm flabbergasted. Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna just give you the overview description from Wikipedia, so that way I can just tell you. So the restaurants feature a country living theme, and most locations sell baked goods, snacks, and small gift items. The company formerly offered pork products and refrigerated side dishes in the retail, grocery, and food service markets. The distribution of these products sold under the Bob Evans and Owens County Sausage brand names was independent of the restaurant division. So they have a country style theme where they have like, farmhouse size, mac and cheese, coleslaw, a lot of breakfast stuff. I think is really some of the most popular items. So hotcakes, omelets, that
sounds really good.
Other stuff. It was really good. I actually had it a couple days ago.
I love breakfast food.
I hate breakfast food.
But I usually get really shitty breakfast food.
It's really funny because I don't like breakfast food. I actually hate breakfast food. But yeah, they have let me see if I can find like what are the most popular items. Most popular. And so Bob's Best Dinner, okay. This is from their website. So some of their best, like, I guess, items, are, hold on. Okay. Herb rub turkey and dressing, Bob Evans homestyle fried chicken, Heartland pot pie, wildfire meatloaf, country fried steak, and pork tender hot roast are some of their most notable items.
None of those sound very good to me. To be completely honest. I really don't like pork.
That's fair. Okay. That's fair enough. Wow, I'm shocked. All right. Well, then, in that case, I will put it again at B, just as it's there. You know, it's okay. It's not the greatest thing, but you know, it's okay. You know, it's all right. Man, I'm actually, I literally can't get over it. I cannot get over the fact that you've never had
There are a
bomb
lot of
engines
things
before.
that we just don't have.
Yeah, I'm really, really shocked that it's, I really guess it's just a Midwest East Coast thing, I guess. That's so shocking to me. All right, this next one, you probably have never been here before. To my knowledge, I only have seen this place in Columbus, in which I don't go there, like, obviously, because I don't live there. I don't go there very often. It's also very expensive. But I did see it on my list of, like, top 10, top 100 chains, and it's called Bonefish Grill.
Never seen it.
This is a seafood restaurant that...
Love seafood, though.
Yeah, this is a seafood restaurant. I really, really liked it when I would go occasionally with my family. Let me pull up more information about it, since again you have never gone there before. Let's see here. Bonefish Grill is again, I'm pulling this information straight off Wikipedia as my source. So, Bonefish Grill is an American casual dining seafood restaurant chain. It are typically only open for dinner, although many restaurants are now open for the weekend. Brunch has a full menu of different types of omelets and other various breakfast choices. Blah, 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 blah. Wow, this was, like, super not...
not helpful
at all. All right, never mind. Going to their website, pulling up their menu. Their dinner menu. Okay, so... This is their dinner menu. So some of their appetizers are the Bang Bang shrimp, which is crispy shrimp tossed in a signature creamy spicy sauce. This is probably the one thing I get all the time when I went there.
That sounds really good.
It's super, super good. I loved it. Maryland-styled crab cakes, beef and ginger pot stickers, pan-seared with crispy onions and soy sauce, ahi tuna sashimi, premium sushi grade sesame seared rare with wasabi and pickled ginger. Some of their grilled fish choices are ahi tuna steak. Yellowfin tuna has an unmistakable mild flavor and is ruby red in appearance. This melt-in-your-mouth fish is clearly the fillet of the sea. They have mahi-mahi, Chilean sea bass, Atlantic salmon.
This sounds amazing.
Yeah, side note, I have a friend loves salmon. Like, literally loves salmon.
Oh, yeah.
Salmon's so good.
If it wasn't expensive in like a pre-cut packaged thing, I would just buy it all the time and then just eat it.
Yeah. Some of their specials include blackened salmon pasta, blackened Baja fish tacos, spicy tuna bowls, pecan parmesan crusted rainbow trout, and thermidor gnocchi. Don't know how to pronounce that, actually. Sweet lobster chunks and tender shrimp sautéed with golden brown potato gnocchi, mushrooms, peas, and fresh tomatoes tossed in lobster sherry cream sauce.
Nice.
That sounds good. That I've never even been, like, I've never even had that. That sounds great. So yeah, in all of my experiences, I've really liked Bonefish. I don't think I've ever had a bad time there. I think the only downside to it is it's pretty expensive. Like, it's actually fairly expensive.
It sounds a lot like a place that I occasionally go to with Emily. It's called Five Spice. Mm-hmm. And it is expensive. But it's so good, and it really is worth it.
Yeah. The first time I went there, A is where I'm at, honestly.
If it's anything like the place that I've been to,
like it's really, really good. I think the only downside is that it is fairly expensive. I think one time I went with my family and some friends, and I think the bill came out to like $200-$300.
Oh yeah,
like it was
when I go with
bad.
Emily to the place that we go to. I don't think I spend less than $100, if not less than $120.
Yeah, it's a good date restaurant, I would say.
Oh yeah,
like it's a great date restaurant, and it's very much worth, in my opinion.
Have you ever had barracuda?
No, like the fish.
Yeah, like the fish.
No, I have never had barracuda.
It's very good.
Okay.
And
I'm pretty basic with my fish choices.
Fish restaurant.
I get like cod and I get salmon. That's pretty much it. Or
I get halibut and I get salmon, but when I went to the restaurant that I was talking about, I saw it on the menu and I'm like, at the time, I was dating this girl whose parents were like super rich, and I was like, there's no way I'm ever going to be able to come back here. And I saw it on the menu. I was like, I can't not try that. Like, what? I'm gonna be really upset if it sucks, but it was so good.
What's something on a menu that you see that you just like you have to get because it's on the menu? Not like you have to try it, but something that's like you've had multiple times. It's like automatically I have to get this.
I am actually fairly okay with being experimental with food. So I usually don't have a lot of go-tos. Like, I'll have a specific go-to at a specific restaurant.
Well, like, what I'm asking is like for me, I really like, there are like there are two main items that, like, if I see it on the menu, I have to try it because I love them so much. I need to make sure that they're great. It's mac and cheese. It's three things: mac and cheese, creme brulee, and lobster bisque. If any restaurant has those three things, I have to get them because I'm like, I need to know that your shit is good.
If a place has a Tex-Mex burger, or at the very least like an avocado bacon burger of some kind, I will always get that. I don't
know why you saying avocado bacon burger made me laugh.
Avocado bacon burger.
I think it's because it just sounds kind of pretentious.
I only prefer my burgers with avocado toasted. I also really like Caesar salad, and you know, you would think that Caesar salads would be kind of uniform throughout, you know, different places, but apparently places make them very differently, and I'm actually super for it.
Interesting.
And fuck, just pancakes. If you have like I said, I love breakfast places, so I'll just always just get a stack of pancakes if it's there.
All right, moving on.
I judge them very harshly.
Next is B-dubs, aka Buffalo Wild Wings.
Hate it.
I was shocked you didn't put this on the list. I was shocked by it.
I might have.
You put
I think it was on my list.
You put Wingstop
I might have accidentally skipped
it. And I was
it.
like, how did he not know about B-dubs? Like, granted, sure, you don't have to like the place, but I'm shocked you didn't put that.
Oh, no, I know about them. Everyone here loves them. I don't like them.
I really
Buffalo
honestly couldn't care less. Like, they're wings.
Okay.
I'll eat them, sure. Are there better places? Probably, but I'll eat them, whatever.
For me, their wings are small. They taste fine, but there's not a lot of meat on them. I am not a bone-in.
Neither am I.
Wing guy.
I hate bone wings. I go boneless. Pop them in my mouth.
I have started to get like more accustomed to them, because we might be starting to sell them at my restaurant, and they are the ones that we sampled are so much better than the non-boned ones that we have.
I feel like anyone who says that they love
B-dubs... Did I say non-boned and not boneless? Why the fuck did I say that?
I feel like anyone who loves B-dubs hasn't actually had good wings before.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, if they're like, oh, Buffalo Wild Wings is my favorite, and you're like, okay, like, then you've
never had actual wings before then. So I'd put this at D, is kind of, I think, where we're both at. Like,
I will say I love the environment. Like, it's super cool. The one in that is near one of our malls, plays the LCS on their big screen. So that's cool. Like, the environment's really cool. Their sliders are good, but I'm not gonna rate Buffalo Wild Wings on its sliders. I'm gonna rate Buffalo Wild Wings on its wings.
Yeah. I feel like with this tier list that we have, I feel like F is like, I'd rather get food poisoning than eat at this place. D is like,
I will not go to Buffalo Wild Wings.
I feel like D is like, it keeps me from not dying from starvation.
Yeah.
Like, that's the bar.
If there was a birthday party there and it was somebody like that I really cared about, then I'd go. But if it was something that somebody invited me to that I have a passing interaction with, I'm like, nah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
If they're paying, then I'll go.
Yeah, my I don't know why, but like, for some reason, my friends and I, we always just had this compulsion to go eat at B-dubs, and I don't know why we did. We just like
all of my friends wanted to go.
It's not that we had to, but we were just like, guys, let's go to B-dubs, and we're like, yeah, let's go do that. And then we'd go there, and we're like, why are we here?
This is
like, how did we get here? We're just what? And it's
all my friends always wanted to go, and I never had money because it was right after I got out of high school and I didn't have a job. And so I'm like, what can I afford? I have $5. Give me some ketchup packets. And then I would like steal some of their fries or something.
All right. Next up is Burgerville. I've never heard of this place.
Okay. Yeah, it's as far as I know, a fairly only West Coast thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so they use Tillamook cheese if you've ever, or they use Tillamook like dairy products if you've ever seen Tillamook.
No.
You haven't even seen Tillamook cheese?
No.
What's it's like Tillamook the best cheese. It's the only good cheese that you can get, like in a cheese loaf. It's the only good stuff. And like like they actually make pre-sliced stuff, as opposed to like getting craft singles.
Okay, you meant like a block of cheese.
Yeah, that's a loaf.
Okay, I didn't know they were called loaves. I thought I literally imagined like a loaf of bread. But
a loaf of bread, but in the shape of cheese. Yeah, cheese loaf.
I was like, wait a second, what?
Burgerville's really good. It would be like an S tier for me, but they're really expensive. For like a fast food chain, I can never go there and get something for me and Emily for less than $20.
Wow.
Granted, mine is usually expensive, but like for if you're buying something for 2 people and you're going to a fast food chain, you're not expecting to spend $20.
That's fair. I will tell you that. So I've told you, and I've mentioned this on stream and on the podcast before, about the sheer quantity of food that I eat on a daily basis. Because it's like, it's inhuman the amount of food that I eat. Now, I eat less actually now, but
that's good.
When I was in high school, the amount of food I ate, it was inhuman. And I think the best way that I can now describe it, that you've now just given me, is my Taco Bell order never went below $20. That's how much food
mine's usually about that much.
Yeah, that's about as much food as I ate at Taco Bell. Is just because I just ate a shit ton of food.
I think my biggest order
pack it away
at Taco Bell for myself was the 12 whatever box, the mix and match of soft and crunchy tacos, 2 beefy 5 layers, and a crunch wrap, if not 2 crunch wraps.
Okay. All right.
And I had that all to myself.
So Burgerville, you said you put it at S, but because it's expensive, so
I would put it at A. It's really good. If you're ever on the West Coast, you should find one, but make sure to bring like a 20.
All right. Jumping around, really good, since we're already on the subject, Taco Bell.
Oh God.
Honestly,
it's a B.
Honestly,
I will always go to Taco Bell, but it's not good.
I would put it at probably S. Like, I really like Taco Bell, which is really sad.
But it's not good food.
It's not, but it's like it's not good, but it's also really good.
Okay, also, so I was having a conversation with one of my coworkers the other day, and I came to the realization that Baja does not taste the same that it used to.
No, absolutely not.
When it first came out, it kind of had this like weird, not spicy, but like tingly sensation.
Yeah. Baja
and it was
Blast,
so good.
Yeah, Baja
and Blast it was just kind of flat.
Like awesome. Yeah, now it's just kind of like, eh.
It's like this is cool. Like it's refreshing.
But I would personally, I would
take
put
my
this as
cancer if it tastes good. Thank you.
Same.
And gives me that tingly flavor that I like.
Do you remember back in the day where they had like that weird, like there was like news about like scientific study has just come out that bacon causes cancer, and I'm like, cool.
Yeah, everything causes cancer. Yeah. You know why bacon causes cancer? Because the fucking carcinogens in the crispiness, which means anything that is cooked on a grill will cause cancer.
Yeah, but like I remember seeing that study. I'm like, I will literally develop all the cancers before I stop eating bacon. 100%.
Like the reason I don't drink Coke isn't because it will give me cancer. It's because Coke sucks, and I don't drink soda.
Wow, that's them's fighting words right there.
If I had the choice between a Coke or a Pepsi, I honestly couldn't tell you which one. It's literally whichever I'm in the mood for, but I don't drink cola products.
I just don't drink soda in general.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah. I drink Powerade and water.
I primarily just drink water. Like if I have soda near me, I'll drink it, but like I don't actively go out of my way and be like, you know what, I'm gonna go buy a 12-pack. Like no, I don't do that.
I drink Mountain Dew.
Anyways, we're off topic. But
I would say B.
I would say S, so we'll put it at A.
Okay. Because I will always go to Taco Bell.
I constantly go to Taco Bell. Like I remember when I was in marching band in high school, we would have Wednesday night rehearsals. So what that meant was school would get out, and then we would actually come back to school to practice marching drills and stuff like that for like 3 hours. I think we went from like 6 to 9 basically. And I just remember that after that rehearsal, after football games, like me and my friends, we would always just constantly go to Taco Bell because it was 1, it was open late, 2, it was relatively cheap so we could easily afford it, and then 3, we just really liked going there. Like, sure, it wasn't good Mexican food.
It's a cool environment.
Yeah, like, calling it Mexican food is a far stretch, but goddamn, it was good.
Not at all. I played Magic there for 8 hours, and they didn't kick us out.
Dude, yeah, Taco Bell doesn't give a shit what you do there. As long as you're not doing anything illegal, they don't give a fuck. Like, oh my god, like, it's funny that you mentioned that because, like, it's funny that you mentioned that because my friends and I, we would stay up late at each other's houses playing Magic the Gathering, and we'd get hungry at like 3 a.m, and Taco Bell's like the only place that's open.
Right.
Like we just go there constantly, and I'm like, even in college, like I remember 4, 5 a.m. like I'm working on fucking projects and papers, and I'm like, fuck it, let's go. I'm gonna go get Taco Bell because I'm hungry. I remember. Okay, no, that wasn't Taco Bell, it was McDonald's. But I remember that there was one night I was out drinking with people. I was the DD, and I just remember that it was like 5 a.m. and everyone's like, "Dude, let's go get McDonald's." I'm like, "Fuck that, let's go get Taco Bell." And they're like, "We have a Taco Bell here?" I'm like, "Hell's yeah, we got a Taco Bell here." I'm like, "Fuck yeah." Who doesn't
have Taco Bell?
It was like out of the way. It was a little out of the way. So most people, because like there was where I lived in college, my senior year, literally down the street was McDonald's, but then like a couple blocks away was Taco Bell. So most people didn't want to stumble to Taco Bell. They usually stumbled to McDonald's. But I was like, nah, dude, you guys got a DD. We're going to Taco Bell. Nah.
The apartment that I used to live in way before I moved to where I am was a party place. Like every night people would just come over and drink and then throw up in my house. It was super awesome. Anyway, I would always take all of the super drunk horny girls to Taco Bell. It was awesome. Although I kind of cockblocked myself one time because all of these girls that were in the car, and I knew I had known all of them, and I had like a crush on like 3 of them. And they're like, "We're gonna flash the guy in the window," and I'm like, no, don't do that, And it was like, it would have benefited me, but I was like, don't show him, show me. And I was trying to be a good guy, but at the same time, I was only trying to be a good guy because I didn't want anybody else to see the boobs. Just me.
Great. All right, moving on. Carl's Jr.
Oh,
and Hardee's, because they're the same place.
Yeah, Hardee's, Carl's Jr.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I'll be honest, I've never been to Carl's Jr. before.
Or Hardee's?
No, neither.
Okay. I go there all the time.
I've seen
it's
them.
like my next like behind Taco Bell, Carl's Jr. is my other go-to. It's really good. It's probably an A for me. Actually, it's probably like a B+ because their fries suck ass.
Okay.
But in terms of like having like a burger and fries, their burgers are really good. They have a bunch of really awesome like variations. They're really big, but the burgers are kind of expensive. But so I wouldn't go there and get a whole meal because it's like $11 for their cheapest meal with a drink, fries, and a burger. But if you just get the burger, it's totally worth it. Really good.
All right.
And it's another one of those, like, they have, it's not just meat and ketchup like McDonald's. It's meat and lettuce and like good shitty American cheese and a good sauce. It's awesome.
Okay.
Go get a Big Carl if you're ever near a Hardee's.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. Next up is the Cheesecake Factory.
Jesus, that's huge.
Look,
it's bigger than the picture that you're...
Look, some of them, like, they're all different sizes, and I didn't have time to resize them all, so I figured I'd just do it on the podcast live, because it made sense, it's fine.
I've never been there. I've had cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory, but I've never actually been to the Cheesecake Factory.
Really?
Yes.
I haven't been there in a while, but
I might have been there one time. I
did used to go there when I was younger. I used to go there a lot when I was younger. They are also really, like, Cheesecake Factory is also really expensive. And, like, as a kid, it was great. Like, they just have a lot of stuff there. And it's really nice. And, like, they have, like, these giant-ass smoothies. Like,
that sounds good.
Like, imagine, like, you know, like, think of like a 1950s diner, okay?
Oh yeah.
And think of like you get like a sundae or like a root beer float. Imagine that cup, and that's what a smoothie, like if you ordered a smoothie from them, that's what it came in.
Yeah, Red Robin has that.
Yeah,
we actually have a 1950s diner at one of our malls here. Yeah, that operates exactly the same.
Like as a kid, like when we went to Cheesecake Factory, man, it was a party. I'm old now that I'm older now. I'm like.
Why would I spend that much money?
Yeah, like, it's okay. For how expensive the food is, it's not worth it, in my opinion. Yeah. Like, it's good, but, like, man, a lot of this stuff is super, super overpriced. Their cheesecakes are very good, though. I will admit that their cheesecakes are pretty great. I love
cheesecake, but I'm not going to go there to get a cheesecake.
Yeah, so, like, I would put it at a C. Like, it's all right. It's nothing, like, crazy, but it's...
okay.
It's okay. Like, all right, cool, I guess. All right, Chick-fil-A.
Never been there. And
You've never been to Chick-fil-A?
Never going to Chick-fil-A.
You're never going to go to Chick-fil-A?
No.
What?
Emily never going to let me go to Chick-fil-A.
Why?
I want to try it. They're
Okay, I would admit in Chick-fil-A has done some pretty not great things.
Yeah, the
things
people
that
they choose to support
yes.
and the way that they distribute their money.
I will admit, yes.
Like and 9 times out of 10, McDonald's is a really shady business. They do a lot of really like not great shit. Their workers are not paid accordingly, but they don't. So as far as I know, give money directly to gay conversion therapy camps.
Yeah, like Chick-fil-A, at least with McDonald's, they're not publicly evil.
Yeah,
like
I want to try.
I will freely admit, as someone who has had Chick-fil-A, I will still give it an S.
Okay.
Despite all of the bad things that Chick-fil-A does, I will still give it an S.
I've heard it's so good, but I'm probably never going to get the chance to try it.
Oh my god. The fact that they're not open on Sundays, I remember when like all the heinous things Chick-fil-A is doing and has done came out. I remember like on Twitter and like on Facebook, people constantly just being like, I'm still gonna eat there.
I'm still gonna go.
Literally, I'm still gonna go.
And that's the only reason that they haven't been shut down.
I I've had black friends and I have had gay friends both tell me that they will still go to Chick-fil-A.
Still doing it. It's
They're
too
still
good.
gonna do it despite all of it. Like,
Even
I'll
if
still
Chick-fil-A
get it.
walked up and said to one of your, like, said the N-word to one of your friends directly, they'd be like, fuck it, I'm still going.
Yeah, like
Still good.
No, like even if they came up, said racial slurs, said everything, they'd be like, "Man, that really sucks that they're closed on Sundays." That's
really
the worst thing. Still, is that they're closed on
I'd
Sundays.
still go.
Like, I will put it as despite
Chick-fil-A murdered my
evil-
mom and pissed on her grave and then gave me a bucket of chicken and I said thank you. That is literally stories that I hear about this place. It's like, they're a horrible company, but fuck, their food is good.
It's so funny because it's fucking true. It really is. Like, it's so hysterically true, honestly. Oh my god, I remember. So, when I was in college, my junior year, we got a Chick-fil-A that right down the street from where I lived. And I remember for the longest time, I just never went there. But, like, I had heard all the hype. I had heard, like, people loved it. And they're like, and then, like, all this news came out. And I'm like, well, I'm definitely not going to eat there. And they're like, nah, bro. You're going to, like, you just try it because you'll understand that why we still go there. And I'm like, all right, fuck it. And I remember I got, like, just, like, a regular chicken sandwich. And I was like, oh, shit, dude.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I get it now.
There's a problem.
My god.
I'm gonna be coming back.
and their waffle fries are so good too. Oh my fucking god. Alright. Oh my god. I'm like almost crying from laughing so hard. Like, legitimately, it's so funny. Alright, up next is Chipotle.
Nothing popped up.
Give it a second.
It's so big. It's
Look!
just...
Look!
It's eventually gonna pop up and it's just gonna like crash your computer.
Look, a lot of these logos we took directly from Google Images, and they tell you the dimensions, but they don't. That's not a actual measurement. You can't.
Oh, okay. That's significantly smaller.
Yeah.
So Chipotle's really good.
While I agree with you, I will say that it is okay, but that is only because of there's a local place here in Lima called Jalapenos, and it is Chipotle. I think I've heard of that place. I've told you about it.
Oh yeah, okay.
It is Chipotle, but 5 times better.
Yeah. Well, okay.
And
so
I know that's really hard to believe,
Chipotle,
but I guarantee you.
I used to get Chipotle every Monday that we streamed together.
Yeah.
I used to, and it's like I've had an increasingly negative reaction every time that I get one. Like, it used to be my favorite place and it exploded in popularity, and then I think as a result of that their like quality has significantly gone down because of the like massive amount of orders they're churning out, especially because of like the pandemic and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So like I don't know if it's indicative of like the overall direction that they're going or just because of how fast they have to do stuff now. But it used to be, that would have been my double S. Like, I love just a fat giant burrito more than just about any other kind of food. But now it's probably like a B.
Like a what?
Maybe even a C+.
I would agree with that.
Chipotle.
I would agree with that as well. Honestly, I would put it like B minus C+ tier. There is I've said this. There's a local place here in Lima called Jalapenos, and it's literally Chipotle, but it is at least 5 times better than Chipotle. Like I guarantee you. Like your idea of it being double S.
Oh yeah, we did
is
talk
like
about it.
triple S. And then like 5 stars after that.
Because I talked about
the fucking good.
The burrito place that's in my area that has the thing called the garbage burrito.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, and I like the best story that I can tell you about jalapenos, because with jalapenos is that you walk in and like, you know, you walk in Chipotle, you can smell the food, right?
Yeah.
The same thing happens with jalapenos. And I don't think it's a drawback. Depending on who you ask, aka my mother, she would say that it's a drawback. But the thing with jalapenos is that scent like lingers on you.
Yes.
And like
I love the smell of
and
Mexican food.
You're like
that's
good. Yeah, to
Mexican
some people that's
food.
not a bad thing. To other people it's a very bad thing. But like, because I remember there were so many times that like my friends like we would go to jalapenos after school, and like literally my mom would be in the kitchen and I would walk into the front door. And she would literally call out, she'd be like, you went to jalapenos, didn't you? And I go, yes, I did. And she's like,
Yes,
I can
did.
literally smell you from
Smelly
3
and
rooms
proud.
away. Like 3 rooms away, she could smell me. It was so strong. And it lingers
If Emily came
forever.
in smelling like one of my favorite Mexican restaurants, I'd be like, you smell like a snack. Now
Dude.
I'm fucking hungry.
Same. Same.
Like, now I'm hungry and horny. Fuck.
Dude, exactly. And like, for the longest time, because my mom hates that smell. She hates it. And for the longest time, my mom would not even entertain the thoughts of going to jalapenos. She hated the smell so much. And it wasn't until literally there was one day I was gonna go get jalapenos, and I asked her, do you want anything? And she's like, you know what? What do they have like burrito bowls? Because we had just gotten a Chipotle in Lima as well. And she's like, do they have burrito bowls like Chipotle? And I go, yes, they do. And she's like, okay, call me when you get there and I'll order something. And I go, okay, fine. And so I ordered everything. I brought it home. She tried it. And literally the next day, she's like, so do you want to go get jalapenos again today? And I go, oh, what's that? Oh, tell me more. And she's like, I will eat there. I just don't want to go in there. And I'm like, that's fair enough. But she loves the place. She loves it now. But she just won't go into the restaurant. But yeah, jalapenos is... I didn't put it in here just because it's a local place. But that's like double S 100%. Every time I go there, I always send a picture to my friends because they live out of town now, and they're always just like, I hope you burn in hell. I hope you choke. And I'm like, I love you guys too. Alright, next up is Cinnabon.
Cinnabon.
I cannot tell you the last time I ate at Cinnabon or had Cinnabon. Like, I legitimately could not tell you the last time I had it.
Yeah, I can't either.
Like,
actually, I think somebody brought it into work, maybe a year ago.
I would put this
really good.
I would put this at either
'em.
C or D, and it's primarily because every time I eat, like, again, I'll agree with you, it's good, but every time I eat Cinnabon, I have immediately regretted my decision.
I can't eat a whole one. Like, I cut off like a quarter.
That sounds like fucking quitter talk if I ever heard it.
I'm not the kind of person who's like, this is overly sweet, but their stuff is overly sweet.
Yeah. Like, it's really good, but boy howdy do I feel like I'm either going to die of diabetes or I'm going to lose all my teeth.
Yeah, for me it's the tooth thing.
Yeah.
So
I would put this at C is where I'm at.
I always want to go, but I never do because it's so much.
I feel like that's so telling.
I'm genuinely trying to think. Like,
how about
it at all.
How about B-? How about B-? Same with Chipotle.
Okay. Yeah.
It's there.
I don't hate it. I really like it, but I'm never just gonna go.
Man.
Yeah, to Cinnabon.
Yeah, it's like, it's a tie. Alright. Next up is Cold Stone.
My sister used to work there. I've only been there a handful of times.
Same. I've only been there a handful of times. We just recently, we got one, I think, when I was in my senior year of high school. So, like, we got one, like, 2012, along with the Tim Hortons. And I only been there, like, a handful of times.
I don't think we have any Tim Hortons here.
Honestly...
I think it's a Midwest thing. Yeah,
maybe. Esprit says she used to work there. Honestly, I don't hate, like... It's hard to describe. I don't hate, like, hard ice cream. Like, I don't know how to describe it. I prefer soft serve ice cream, to be completely honest.
Yeah, me too.
I prefer soft serve. So so I'm not a big fan of I like it, obviously. But if I had to pick between soft serve and regular ice cream, I'd probably pick soft serve.
Oh yeah.
I only like regular ice cream with specific flavors. But so
slightly burnt toast. Good to know.
Sweet sorbet coffee tastes like slight. Oh well, that's weird. Kind of sounds like you're tasting a stroke.
Jesus.
But anyways,
the only really positive experience that I can say I've had at Cold Stone is making my sisters sing songs on repeat. Like, the ice cream is okay.
Yeah.
I would probably give it like a D.
Wow.
Like,
D,
I don't.
huh?
Like, the ice. If I was rating it on the ice cream, I'd give it a D.
Yeah, sure. I'll agree with that. Again, it's there. Like, it's. I'm not
gonna go out of my way to
if I'm gonna get ice cream, I'm not gonna go to Cold Stone. I'll be honest. I'm gonna get ice cream. I'm just gonna. I wouldn't even. Well, okay, we don't have a Ben and Jerry's, but I've had Ben and Jerry's. But if I'm gonna get ice cream, I'm literally gonna go to the store and buy ice cream. like that's just what I'm gonna do. Like, if I had a choice between going to Cold Stone and just going to the grocery store and buy ice cream, I would just go buy ice cream.
Right.
Like, legitimately.
Like, and there's just as many flavors.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, okay, cool. And also, I'm very boring when it comes to, like, ice cream and this kind of stuff. Like, I don't like toppings. I don't like putting things on my ice cream. I just want my ice cream. That's all I want.
What? You like mint, right?
Yeah, mint chocolate chip.
Yep. Okay, yeah. Okay. That's why we're friends.
Yeah, but yeah, that's why. And apparently that's the only thing that's keeping this friendship together, because of all the other stuff is apparently
all the other
questioning
stuff makes
you.
no goddamn sense.
Everything else doesn't make sense, but this is the solidifying fact. But yeah, so like I like mint chocolate chip ice cream, and if I get like just regular strawberry, vanilla, what have you, I just want ice cream. I don't want Skittles, I don't want M&Ms, I don't want marshmallows. I just want ice cream. That's all I want. And I'm a very simple person when it comes to that kind of stuff. And
Same.
I feel like I remember when Cold Stone came out, and I remember it was super popular when it came out, as per usual for any business. And then like we went. I remember like the only reason we went there was because of the Cold Stone aspect. Like that was literally the whole, like, it was all just for the
novelty.
The novelty, yeah. And then after that, it's like, okay, cool, I guess.
Well, I mean, and it's like, yay, this place is cool. The stone is cold. Like, and like my dad was like, yeah, your sister got a job at this place. Like, they're really popular and people really like it. And I'm like, okay, what's special about it? It's a cold stone. Like, what does that do for the ice cream? I don't know.
But it's cold.
It's cold.
All right.
Like, that sounds like a horrible place to work.
Speaking of cold ice cream, the next up is DQ. Jesus Christ.
DQ. Okay. I haven't been there in years.
Same.
Holy shit, that's huge. Holy shit.
I love hearing your reaction because it's delayed.
It was just boom.
Boom!
All right.
DQ! DQ, fucker!
Well, obviously, it's triple S tier because it supersedes the entire tier list. Oh boy.
I would...
F?
Wow. Really?
I never want to go to a DQ ever again.
I will sort of agree with you, but I will put it at D because of the fact that I have relatively good memories of DQ, but there is one memory that has completely soured my impression of DQ. But I will still go there because they have foot-long hot dogs, and those are like a guilty pleasure of mine.
I love
I will admit.
Their cherry dipped cone. That is all I will get there.
I usually get a crunch cone, which is like one of those. It's basically like a secret item on their menu. It's all it is just vanilla soft serve ice cream in a cup, and they put rainbow sprinkles and the like peanut nut mixture on it.
You just contradicted your whole ice cream thing.
What do you mean?
You just said that I don't like ice cream with sprinkles on it.
Well, I meant like, I mean, I don't usually, but like that's like one of the only times where I'll put stuff on ice cream.
Fair enough.
Like it's like one of the only times.
I just wanted to call you out because
that's
you
fair.
just said
yeah,
that.
That's fair. Yeah, I normally don't like putting stuff on ice cream.
Their dipped cones are the only thing
for this I will make an exception with DQ because I'm like that. I ate it all the time when I was a kid, and it still gives me very fond memories. And I'm like, hells yeah. Also, they have footlong hot dogs, and I'm like, also hells yeah.
There isn't even one near me anymore. There was one. Like a 2-minute walk places from my high school, but I don't live near my high school anymore.
Yeah, there are very few places where DQ is a thing, and then also like there's just few places that have footlong hot dogs. I will respect any place that has a footlong hot dog. I'll be honest.
That's fair. I've never had DQ's hot dogs.
They're so
that
good.
Sounds so terrifying.
Like, they're like, have you ever had like, did your school ever have like footlong hot dogs like they sold like for lunch?
I've never been to I never went to my school's cafeteria.
Okay. Well,
ever.
Okay. Well, my high school, we had footlong hot dog days, and they're literally the exact same thing. They're nothing to shake a stick at. Like they're okay. If I had to give them like a rating, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give them maybe like a 4 or 5, honestly.
Okay.
But at the same time, like when you had them, it was just a big deal. Like it was just awesome. For it. Like again, like yeah, they weren't great, but at the same time, I don't know why, but I love eating them. Like truly, I don't know why, but I love them. But yeah, I will say, I would also put it in F, but I have a lot of fond memories of DQ, and I'm like, they're keeping it afloat for now.
Okay.
All right. Next up is Del Taco. I have never been to Del Taco.
I've been there like once.
Glad that we're putting it on this list.
A lot of people are like, I know a lot of people like it, but it's like if they had the option to go to Taco Bell or Del Taco, they're always going to take Taco Bell.
Yeah.
It's probably a D.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have anything to say about it. Del Taco's like a D.
Yeah.
It's not great. Yeah. It's cheap. It's okay.
Yeah. I've never been there. I've literally never. Like,
I will never go to one unless there was no even remotely Hispanic restaurant within 100 miles. Then I will go to a Del Taco.
Okay. All right. Next up really craving Denny's.
Like a taco. Denny's. It's F tier food. it's F tier food, but I go there, so you know.
So it's a D, is what I'm hearing.
It's a D.
It's a
minus. It's
okay. All right, we'll put it in between.
Did I ever tell you my Denny's story?
No.
I will have to tell you my Denny's story.
Okay. It's funny that you say that because I was literally just about to say that Bob Evans is like Denny's. But so I'll rephrase that and say that Bob Evans is like Denny's, but better.
Okay.
Which is not a high bar, but at the same time.
Denny's is the food that you get when you've gotten so drunk that everywhere else that is even remotely good will not let you in. You go
to Denny's because you don't want to die at Waffle House.
Yeah. Like if you go to Denny's because IHOP is like, you're too gross for this place.
Yeah. And you don't want to risk your life at Waffle House instead.
Denny's. So I have to tell you my Denny's story really quick.
Okay.
I used to go there much more frequently with some of my coworkers when we all closed together. Since then, a lot of those coworkers don't work there anymore, or we have completely conflicting shifts. So there's only like 1 or 2 of us left anyway. So one time I went to Denny's with two of my coworkers.
Wrong,
and
Jeff.
they
This is why we don't invite you to family functions. And what do you have against Waffle House? Nothing. I've never been there.
Pretty frequently, like frequently as in every day.
Waffle House, I don't
and they had an oil pen, and I have dabbled in smoking weed. Like I've never bought it for myself. But if somebody had it, like had a joint or was like offering me a bong hit and I felt in the mood, we were at a party, I would take it. It's legal here, so yeah. I was doing it legally. But I've never had oil before, and it's really easy to hit, and it hits way harder because it's concentrated. And I didn't know that. And I was taking more hits than they were, and they are experienced. So by the time we actually got to Denny's, I was super freaking out. Oh no, I didn't know how high I was. Like I've never been that high. I was terrified. I was paranoid of everything. I was asking questions all the time. I was talking super fast. And this, it sounds like the most stereotypical, you've never been high, but you think you know what being high is like because of all your friends. That was how I was, actually. And I ordered an avocado chicken Caesar salad. It's what I always get when I go to Denny's. It's like the only even remotely really edible thing there. And okay. I finished it in under 2 minutes, and it's a giant bowl, huge. Christ and I look over at my friend, and I'm like, "How fast did I eat that?" They just started cutting into their food, and they're like, "Fast, fast." And it got to the point where we were all gonna leave, and I realized I can't drive home. Yeah. There's no way I can fucking drive home. I didn't even live that far, but I was like, I've driven drunk before. I have. Not that it excuses it, but I don't live far from the places that I drive home drunk from. I don't do it anymore. I don't even drink anymore. But I was like, comforting. I'm not risking this.
That's comforting.
I've never experienced this before, especially in a car. So I call Emily and I'm like, hey, my Bailey and I, the guy I was smoking with, are gonna come. He's gonna drive me home. We're both gonna drive back, and then you're gonna drive my car home because I am not leaving this in the Denny's parking lot overnight. I can't drive. And so he's also super blitzed. I was more confident in him getting me home, but neither of us should have been driving at all. Mm-hmm. And so he didn't know where I lived, and I had to give him directions, and God. I fell asleep.
Oh no! Why don't you just give him the address?
At the first turn, because he didn't he wouldn't have been able to understand. And we were too high to think of that. So literally, as we're about to make the first turn, I was gonna say take a right, and then I fell asleep. And the next thing I know, I wake up and we're at my house. I'm like, all right, cool. I guess I gave him the directions. Emily was so pissed.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
It doesn't even end there. I know this is taking a long time. I wake up the next day and I'm like, wow, it's actually gone. I fell asleep high. I get to work. I don't feel super great, but then no. I get to work again the next morning, and I'm still high.
Oh, jeez.
Until 2 in the afternoon, and we started smoking at 11.
Fuck
the night before. I had so much.
Lord.
Anyway, and all of my coworkers knew.
Jesus, that's
my
insane.
Boss knew. I didn't get fired. They were just laughing at me the whole time.
Oh my God, that's insane.
Yeah.
That reminds me of I was listening to another podcast.
Fuck
and they were talking about. By the way, Chad is very upset apparently by our opinions.
Okay.
But that reminds me, I was listening to a podcast, and this guy was talking about how, I guess when he was in college, he used to go to this Mexican restaurant, and they had this alcoholic drink. I think I've told this before on the podcast, but they had this drink apparently at this restaurant, and it was called a fishbowl, and it was literally like this blue margarita-like drink, and it came in an actual fishbowl, and I guess because of the alcohol content, customers were only allowed one per customer.
Oh god.
And so what his buddies would do is they would each, like, 2 people would order one, and then one person would just drink 2 of them.
Oh my god.
And obviously the wait staff knew, obviously.
Yeah, right.
And I guess
They're
one
not
time
stupid.
this guy did it, and the wait staff's like, I was like, I can't stop you, but just be careful about those because they sneak up on you. And the guy's like, so the waitress told us that, and I remember I go, what does that mean? And then I woke up the next morning.
There's a drink that I used to get.
It's so disorienting.
There's a drink that I used to get with one of my coworkers when we had a super shitty day. Also, Domino's, A tier.
Really?
Yeah. I hate like fast food pizza, but Domino's is really good.
Wow.
It's really just because of their crust and their toppings. I don't know if it's their cheese or their sauce, but one of them or the combination of the both of them I don't like. But I do like Domino's.
I would say it's B. Like, it's okay.
Okay,
I would say it's
B I'm
something-
fine
so
with.
I would. So
I'm fine with just giving it a B.
Yeah, I would give it just a B because it's really not, like, for me it's nothing to really shake a stick at. It's just kind of like, cool.
It's the best pizza that you can just go get.
Sure. Yeah, I agree with that.
Like that is a chain restaurant.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just pizza.
So
yeah, keep going. I'm just resizing.
There's a drink that I used to get with one of my coworkers when we had a really shitty day and we're like, we're just gonna get fucking drunk. And it was called the AMF. It stood for adios, motherfucker. Because it was basically the same thing. You weren't like supposed to get multiples of them because it was
but you did.
It's just alcohol.
Ugh.
Just alcohol. I can't even tell you what's in it. But that it eventually, it's just a bunch of clear alcohols, and then they put like some blue coloring in it. I don't even know if it's like food coloring or if it was like a liqueur. I don't know what it is.
Like blue carousel in it or something.
I
like
think
some
it was.
other
Yeah, it is.
blue-colored
It was
alcohol.
blue carousel.
Yeah.
It's just alcohol. And my coworker and I, it tastes horrible because it's just alcohol.
Chat says, ah, yes, the T's, Long Island, Tokyo, and adios, motherfucker.
Yep. Yeah. It's so good.
God.
But I had a similar experience where we both downed 2 of them and we got to work the next day and we're both like, do you remember last night? We're like, no. I don't think I want to remember last night. I've still never had a hangover though. So that's cool.
I've had one.
I always make sure to drink water and eat food while I'm drinking.
Oddly enough, the only time I've had a hangover, I didn't go to sleep, and I drank, and then I just transitioned into the hangover. Oddly enough, like, you know, like normally when you drink, you go to sleep and then you wake up with the hangover.
Yeah,
I was conscious as I went into the hangover, which let me tell you.
And now I'm hungry.
Well, let me tell you, going in, like, waking up with a hangover, I would much rather prefer than being conscious and getting the hangover.
That's
it's
happened
so
to a friend of
not
mine.
fun.
I watched her go like,
oh, it's so not fun to go into a hangover while you're conscious. It's so not fun. But anyways, all right, getting back on topic, Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin'.
I've never had Dunkin' Donuts, actually. So
the donuts are not great. I've had the coffee one time. There's a reason that, like, in shows, like, the shitty cops go there. Because you're like, they probably don't get paid the good money to go to like some of the nicer ones.
Nicer places. Oh,
yeah. Dunkin' is bad. Like, if it's your only donut shop, it's not F tier, but it's not good.
All right. Next place is I'm going to assume is a local place. It's called East Chicago Pizza. I would put this at.
Well, considering I'm definitely not east of Chicago.
Yeah. Like this is definitely I think like a Midwest East Coast
I am pretty
thing,
much the furthest west of Chicago as you can get.
Yeah. So I will say that I think it's been a while since I've had East Chicago.
Vodka, rum, tequila, gin. Yep. That's it.
Oh, it's okay. So Aldios is vodka, rum, tequila, gin, blue carousel, sweet and sour, and Sprite or 7-Up. Jesus,
I don't even think they put the Sprite or 7-Up in there. I don't think I ever saw it. I think it was just the alcohol.
At that point, you forget to add it. It's just like you just sort of get there. You look at it, you go, "That's not supposed to be in there."
Somebody who's ordering it is not getting it for the Sprite. Anyways,
but yeah, East Chicago. I haven't had it in a while. But I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, my high school at football games, they would sell East Chicago pizza. That's like they would sell slices of those at the football games. And I loved it when I was in high school. It was like I fucking loved it. The crust was super super fluffy. It wasn't like dry or anything like that. The cheese was really really good. It was like thick and gooey. The meat on it and stuff like that was really, really awesome. I really, really liked it. It has been a while since I've had it, and I think the last time I had it, it like was kind of subpar. So I would put this at either A or B, honestly. Like,
fair enough.
The
funny thing for me is that their slogan is "Pizza done right," but it doesn't look like an exclamation point. It looks like a question mark. Pizza done right?
Right? Maybe. All right. So the next one, I don't know if you've ever heard of it. I don't know if this is also an East Coast thing, but it's called First Watch. It's a brunch place. It's a breakfast brunch place.
The only brunch places here are all local stuff.
Okay.
Like they aren't chains.
Yeah, this is like a breakfast brunch place. I've only had it a handful of times. My mom used to really like it a lot. We don't go there primarily because of
the daytime cafe.
Yeah, the daytime cafe.
It's very dainty.
Yeah, it's like it's a very like it's kind of like an old person place, like legitimately. But it it's really good. I don't really like breakfast foods all that much, but I really really enjoyed it when I've gone beforehand. So I would put this at like a B, honestly. Like it's good. But I don't like breakfast foods for the most part.
Literally, like you said it, and like you said First Watch, and I was like, this is an old person place. Like, and only from I got the impression from the name, not like I didn't know it was a breakfast place, but for some reason I got Life Alert from it.
Yeah,
First Watch,
that's
Alert.
That's fair. That's absolutely fair, honestly. I remember I thought that exact same thing when my mom was like, we're going to go to this place. It's called First Watch. I'm like, that sounds like a hospital.
You're like, what
That
is
sounds
happening?
like a clinic, and I'm a little concerned now.
Yeah, I mean, and again, from my perspective, it doesn't look like it says the daytime cafe. It looks like it says the daytime care.
I'm gonna put the menu. I'm gonna put their menu in the link dump, and I want you to look at some of the stuff that they have, because some of the stuff does actually look pretty okay. Like, granted, again, it's been a while since I've been there, but like, it looks good. Like, I think it looks pretty okay.
It says page not found.
Does it really?
It says page not found, but it's there.
Oh, in the oh yeah.
Wait, for some reason it's loading locations.
It's gonna ask you a location probably.
I don't think.
Okay, it's fine. Here's what we'll do.
No First Watch nearby. It won't let me look at the menu.
Fuck you! You don't live in the East Coast. Go fuck yourself. All right, here, I'll just share it on my screen. Here you go. We'll just do it that way. But they have $1 million bacon, loaded smoked bagel, which honestly looks pretty good. I'll be honest. Pork carnitas omelet, shrimp and grits, golden glow.
Never had grits.
Which that sounds good. I've never had grits either. I'll be honest. That's some of their seasonal items. The classic favorites.
Golden
Traditional
glow
breakfast.
at the place called First Watch. Sounds like a fucking
This
old
sounds
folks
good, though.
home.
This sounds good, though. Pineapple, turmeric, orange, coconut water, and lemon. That sounds good, though.
Yeah, but
I'll be
golden
honest, sounds
glow...
good. Oh, absolutely.
It sounds...
It's definitely like an
Not good.
early birds restaurant, for sure. They have avocado toast.
Yes!
Superfoods bowl, oatmeal,
That Power
sunrise
Wrap looks good.
granola. Yeah, Power Wrap. Yeah, so like they got stuff.
See, that's my shit right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So like you'd probably like it.
Avocado toast, bro.
Yeah. All right.
People may make fun of that shit, but it's so
It's good. Dude, avocado is just nature's butter. That's all it
It's
is.
so good.
It's nature's butter. And I don't know why people are like, oh, avocado. I'm like, it's great. Do you like
It's
butter?
Toast. It's toast and green butter.
Yeah. Like,
It's
do
like
you
green
like
eggs
butter?
and
You
ham.
like avocados.
It's something you've wanted since you were a kid.
Yeah. Okay, I've never wanted green eggs and ham since I was a kid.
Oh, I
never
did.
wanted.
I used to have it
wanted
when
that.
I was a kid at
No,
my school.
I never wanted green eggs and ham. I thought it was disgusting.
Green
Anyways,
eggs
moving
is good.
on. Golden Corral.
Never been there.
You've never been to the... Honestly, that's probably a good thing that you've never been to the Golden Corral. I'll be
There's
honest.
only
probably a
one
good thing.
even remotely near here, and I think it only opened up a couple years ago.
Yeah, it's... Honestly, you're not missing much. It's a buffet place. I remember when it first came out,
What?
I was like super fucking stoked. I loved buffets as a kid. Like, if you... Like, looking at a buffet in an adult perspective, they're fucking disgusting.
It's a buffet.
But when I was
Emily
a kid...
says they're in the middle.
What?
What
Okay.
from
What's in the middle?
double S to
Oh.
F? What would you give it?
Oh, rating wise. Got it.
She said like a C.
I would agree with that. I'd give it a C. Like it's okay. Like
I
as
don't
a
think I've
kid,
ever actually been to a buffet place.
funny enough, when for some reason my what was it? For some reason my uncle, when he my oldest uncle, when he was a dentist, for some like hilariously enough, every time they had like they would celebrate like employees' birthdays or like any sort of celebration, he'd always take his employees to Golden Corral. And somehow I always ended up going as well, even though I didn't work there. Like my family would just happen to be there and we'd go and I'm like, okay, cool.
Free food,
Yeah, I'm like free food, dope. But yeah, it's okay. Like it's a buffet. If you like buffets, cool. If you don't, cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Yeah. And like I said, as a kid, buffets were awesome. As an adult, buffets are disgusting.
Yeah,
All right.
especially now
Yeah, especially
that we
now.
know all of.
Yeah. All right.
IHOP.
Next, IHOP.
Mmm.
Honestly, I haven't had IHOP in forever. I really like IHOP.
It's an F tier.
Really? I love IHOP. Low key.
I have a lot of negative memories associated with IHOP, so that might be
try to,
it. Like,
try to repress those for a second.
The
Just
food
think of the
is
food.
better than Denny's. It's
Yeah.
a D.
Yeah, try to repress those memories real quick and try to just focus on the food.
It's garbage food, but it's better than Denny's.
Dude, I'll be honest, I remember when we first got an IHOP and I was a kid, I went there, I got chicken tenders and they had honey mustard and my eyes glowed as if I saw Jesus and I found God.
I just get their pancakes.
Yeah, I get those pancakes now too. Funny enough,
Their eggs are actually pretty good.
I don't like eggs. I hate eggs.
So
but
weird.
I remember when I graduated high school, all my friends and I, we went to IHOP, and it was fun. It was a fun time. It was a really fun time. I remember we had a German exchange student, and I remember brought her along with me, to join us, and funny enough, it was like supposed to be kind of like a pseudo date because I had a crush on her. And I remember we were all hanging out, we all had a good time. I took her home back to like her host family, and I remember her telling me that because she was going back to Germany, like I think in the next couple days because the school year is ending. And I remember her telling me that if she were staying in the US, she would have wanted to date me, but because she was leaving to go back to Germany, it wasn't going to work out. And so she wanted to just stay friends, and I was like, oh, that blows.
Good job.
Yeah, and it felt and also she was even like, if you had asked me out literally anytime sooner, I would have said yes. But because I'm going back to Germany, I have to say no. And I'm like, ouch.
Dum.
Yeah,
That
feels
is
bad.
your fault.
Yeah.
Just go for it.
It feels so
the
bad.
Worst thing they're gonna say is no.
So like,
and
yeah,
maybe kick you in the balls.
But so like, it was awkward because one, we didn't have any classes together, so I never saw her.
Fuck it.
Almost ever. And then two, she always usually hung out with like the popular kids who were, and I was like, well.
Oh, they're all terrible anyway.
I mean, yeah, they're all awful, obviously. But like me being the nerdy Asian in marching band, I was like, yeah, that's not gonna happen.
The way you said that was just full of self-loathing.
Yeah, welcome to me in high school.
Asian, like,
yeah,
damn.
Welcome to me in high school, where self-loathing is the only quality I have. Anyways, I will put this to a C.
Okay.
That's where I'm at.
I will go to IHOP for the food.
Aha.
I just don't want to go to IHOP because of the memories.
Aha, see? Exactly. Yeah, repress those memories, think about the food itself. Anyways,
In-N-Out.
Next up, In-N-Out. I've never been to In-N-Out.
It's disgusting. It's so bad.
Okay.
It was the most disappointing burger I've ever had in my life. And, okay, and, God, I'm gonna get super roasted for this. Like, people from California, they love In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah,
and a lot
of
people love In-N-Out Burger.
In-N-Out.
Like, so maybe the reason it was so disappointing is because so many people have hyped it up basically my entire life.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Five Guys.
It's not good. The fries suck. Wait, no, were the fries the good part?
I don't think so. I've seen the fries. The fries kind of look.
Were the fries the good part, or was the burger the good part? Okay, the burger was the
good
part.
I like that you don't remember.
I don't remember. I just remember being really disappointed. I was like, okay, so this is a pretty plain burger. Huh? Okay, I might have been happy with the burger. Okay, I'm like, where I just gave points to IHOP for the food, and ignored that, I'm not gonna give extra points to In-N-Out because of how much people hyped it up, and it was just meh.
Sad.
I was so disappointed. I've only been there one time. I was really disappointed. So when I go back to California, and if I go there again, and I will go there again the next time I go to California, I will change my opinion. As of right now, you've really disappointed me, In-N-Out.
All right. Fair enough. All
it's
right,
in Kaiser. Kaiser's like 2 hours away.
All right. Next up is Jack in the Box.
Okay.
I've never been to Jack in the Box. Which is really awkward because when I would go to California for the summer, I see it constantly, and I just never went there.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Chat says vile.
Oh, it's horrible. It's another F tier.
All right. Cool.
In-N-Out was better than Jack in the Box. It's bad, but their breakfast like platter meal is actually okay. It's good drunk food or good. I just woke up and I am like an 18-year-old kid.
You need something.
So I have like $4. Yeah.
All right.
And like it's okay. Jersey Mike's.
All right, Jersey Mike's.
God,
never heard of it.
I don't know if
never been there, but I've heard stuff about it.
I don't think I've actually been into a Jersey Mike's. I've just been given Jersey Mike's subs by my grandpa or other people brought them for me.
I've heard that it's pretty good.
They're really good.
Yeah, like I've heard that it's pretty decent.
Can't decide. Okay, I might have to drive 45 minutes to go to an In-N-Out. Apparently, there's one near enough to
Christ
me.
Alive.
How
close is the nearest In-N-Out to me? I don't think there's any on the East Coast. I'll be honest.
There aren't. It's a West Coast.
Yeah,
as far as I know, the only ones are in California, and there's one in Oregon.
Yeah,
as far as I know, there might be one in Vegas. Anyway.
All right. All right, but Jersey Mike's, I've heard good things about it, but I've never been there.
In the South? Oh.
I think it's more of like a southwestern thing.
Yeah. All right, Jersey Mike's. I would give it a B, like a solid B.
Sure.
Because compared to the other ones, I think I've always liked Jersey Mike's better.
Okay. All right, next up is Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John's is like a C+.
I would give this an F, honestly. I
really?
Hate Jimmy John's. I hate it.
Their bread sucks.
I hate Jimmy John's.
Their
so
bread
much.
sucks, but their like actual like meats and selection's pretty good. I even like their
I hate
mustard
their bread.
mayo.
I hate their lettuce. I hate them. They're awful. They're fucking trash. I also think I'm a little biased though because I don't like cold cut subs. If I'm gonna get a sub, I'm gonna get it toasted, and Jimmy John's usually doesn't do toasted subs.
Oh, I don't do toasted subs.
I don't like cold cut subs. I like cold cut sandwiches. I don't like cold cut subs, which is weird. But their bread is bad and their lettuce is bad.
Their bread is bad.
I hate Jimmy John's.
It does. Their lettuce does get a little like.
So I will split
mushy.
the difference and I will say D-.
Okay, D. That's not D-. That's a C-.
I meant D+.
Well, if you say it's an F,
what are you giving it?
I was giving it a C, but in all honesty, you kind of convinced me, so I'll give it a D-.
Okay, we'll give it D-.
I mean, Subway is getting negative F tier, so to be fair, preemptively.
All right, well, let's talk about Subway. Let's talk about Subway next, since we're already on the subject. Oh, Jesus.
Holy damn.
Subway begs to differ.
Subway says,
no.
We are the biggest.
You will not silence me. You cannot silence the sub.
Fucking Subway is an F.
Subway is off the tier list.
All right, I will give Subway. I will give Subway a C, but the reason here's the reason is because I don't have any other choice.
Okay.
I don't have other choices. Subway's my only choice. I'm a hostage. Subway gave me Stockholm syndrome.
Forced.
Yeah.
I'm forced to eat at this garbage
Subway.
restaurant.
Yeah. So, like, that's where I'm at. I have Stockholm syndrome of Subway. So, I will give it a D- as well, again.
It's not good. I would go to Jimmy John's over Subway.
I would go to Subway over Jimmy John's, I'll be honest. And again, that's just because I don't like cold cut subs. So I'll agree with you. I'll put it at F as well. I'll put it at F just because, again, like, I have to get Subway. I
will give it like choices. A .00001. I really like their cups and green straws. That's like it.
Okay.
I like their cups.
All right. So this next one I'm going to skip
for
now. This next one I'm going to skip for now because I want to talk about this one first, and that's Wendy's.
Hate it.
Okay.
Their fries are good. D.
Okay. I'll agree with that. It's fast food. I don't usually get it all that
I don't care about the square burgers. I don't care about the Baconator. Their fries are good.
Okay, sure.
And Frosties are disgusting.
Yeah, I don't get that often. All right, so
it's hydrogenated chicken fat. It's gross.
The reason that I want to talk about Wendy's first is because this one is Kewpie. And this one, I would be shocked if you've been here, because Kewpie is a local, this one's a local, specifically local to Lima, restaurant. And it is actually the progenitor of Wendy's.
Really?
Yes, it is actually how Wendy's got started. The way the story goes is that the founder of Wendy's came to Kewpie, was like, hey, I want to make this a whole business. Do you want to join me? And the owner's like, no, I want to keep this strictly local. But you can go do whatever you want. And then that's how Wendy's became a thing.
DQ?
And so I will say that Kewpie is like Wendy's, but 1,000 times better. I looked this up actually a couple days ago because my family was talking about it, but there are only 5 locations of Kewpie restaurants. There are only 5 in the world.
And they're all in Ohio?
There are 3 in Ohio, specifically in Lima. There are 3 of them.
Damn.
There's one in Michigan, and there's one in Wisconsin.
Wow.
And those are the only
Those
locations.
are the 3 places I never want to visit. No, I also don't want to visit North Dakota, South Dakota, Tennessee, Florida, again, Texas. Anyway.
But yeah,
But
so
on they're pretty up there.
But I will give Cupid a double S but again, I'm biased because I live here. But
I'll trust you.
I love Cupid. And I'll say this. My grandparents own a condo in Columbus, in downtown Columbus, and it's at the front desk in the lobby. There are these 2 guys that work there. I honestly can't remember their names anymore and that's really disappointing because they're actually really cool people. But one of them's name, I want to say his name was Steven. I think it's Daryl and Steven. And Steven actually is from Lima. And I remember I was talking to him one day, and we got in the conversation of like, oh yeah, I'm from Lima. And he goes, oh, you're from Lima too? And I go, yeah. And he's like, oh, do they still have Cupid? And he goes, of course they still have Cupid. And he's like, man, I haven't had Cupid in decades, and I would love one. And I remember, like, for his birthday, I literally bought, like, my family bought Cupid. We drove an hour and a half up to Columbus, and we gave it to him for his birthday. And he almost cried.
That's awesome.
Because he was so happy, because he loves their burgers.
This is all wrong.
But yeah, so I will give Cupid a double S, because I love the place. It's great. I will admit that their slogan is
I helped you guys pick the restaurant.
God, I don't even remember the slogan, but I know it's like a whole jingle.
No,
but the last line of the jingle is a pickle on top makes your heart go flippity flop.
Pick out the
And
restaurant.
I always joke about that because obviously the slogan's like, you know, pickle on top makes your heart go flippity. You'll love it, and I'm like, no, that's the heart disease actually. They're not like it's definitely not the healthiest thing, but it's damn good. All right, moving on. KFC, the Colonel.
Ooh, KFC.
Fucking F.
I'll be honest, I love KFC.
I love KFC, but it's really bad.
I love KFC. Well, I would give it either a B or an A.
I would give it a B.
Okay.
I would give it a B.
All right, we'll settle for B then.
Because there's another chicken place that I go to that blows KFC out of the water.
Okay. I used to, when I was a kid, I used to get their popcorn chicken all the time.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
It's
do you remember their little laptop meals?
Yes!
Those were the shit.
Yes!
Popcorn chicken, the side of the amazing potatoes, the biscuit, and then
do you remember?
Whatever.
Do you remember their chicken bowls? Their popcorn chicken bowls?
Yes.
Oh my god!
It's so good. It's
oh
so
my
bad
god! It's
so
good.
So good.
Oh, they don't make them like they used to anymore,
no, they
though.
Don't.
Like they don't. I remember like a couple years ago, they don't even sell popcorn chicken anymore, which is a travesty. And then 2, I remember a couple years ago, I got popcorn chicken bowl from them, and I was like, what is this sad, sorry excuse?
That's one of the reasons I don't go there
I love, yeah. I'm like, what is this nonsense?
Have you ever had their lemon cake?
No.
It's really good.
Oh my god.
You should definitely get one if you can.
Okay.
They're actually fairly cheap.
All right.
Next
up,
Krispy Kreme. It gets an A.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with an A. I haven't had Krispy Kreme in like literally forever because I think it's primarily on the West Coast, but
it's the only good donut place.
But I remember Krispy Kreme being great. Always.
I think Krispy Kreme is better than Voodoo.
Is better than what?
Voodoo Donuts is like Portland's like if you're
it's our thing.
It's a tourist place at this point. They put like they have a bacon maple bar, they have like a Fruit Loops thing, they have
weird donuts or something. They have one called the Old Dirty Bastard.
Yeah, they have
peanut butter chocolate.
The cock and balls. It's literally a dick. It's a dick shaped donut, and then it has cream filling.
Look up pictures.
Okay. I guess.
It's okay.
It just seems so novelty.
It is.
Cool.
It's extremely novelty.
Okay, I guess.
Like,
That's
but
cool,
Krispy Kreme, like, actually good donuts.
It's Cool.
All right.
Okay.
This one's also kind of local. I think it's also just Midwest / East Coast. It's called Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken.
Local
It is a
Okay.
country like fried chicken place. I give it a C.
Okay.
It's okay. The chicken's it's good, but it's like eh. Their sides are also kind of eh. It's like their green beans are
Not looking
honestly
as good as it used
disgusting
to.
in my eyes. Their biscuits are pretty good though, but it's like it's there. Like okay. I actually had it like not too long ago, and I was like,
that one.
it's
yeah, they
aight.
customized them.
All right. Next up, Little Caesars pizza.
F tier.
Really?
It's garbage.
Really?
It tastes like cardboard.
I honestly will agree with that. I will agree with that. I
used to go there all the time.
Yeah.
Like, because they had $5 ones, and it was
Yeah.
near my high school. That's the only reason I went there.
Yeah.
It's trash.
Yeah,
Trash.
that's the same as when I was in marching band in college. Like when our like section would get together for like dinner to like bond and whatnot, we would just get Little Caesars because $5 hot and ready pizza. Like it's there.
That's all I get.
Yeah.
Like okay.
I posted a picture of the cock and balls in the link dump.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's funny.
Yeah.
that's cute. All right,
They
next up.
don't all say insert. They customize them. So Emily saw one that says "Be my Valentine,"
That's funny.
Good riddance.
MFA or bust. Okay. Anyway,
All right. Next up, McDonald's.
Mickey D's, bro.
Mickey D's, the Golden Arches
Holy shit.
themselves.
A.
They're not even a fast food
What?
company.
A.
Really?
Oh, I hate it,
Oh
and
my
I was on
God.
like a mission to never eat there again. But if you get a McGangbang and a large fry and their McFlurries, if you get all of that together, it's the best thing ever.
I don't know what's worse. The fact that
wow.
I don't know what's worse. The fact that you
just
rated it an
roast
A
it
or the
properly.
fact that I actually agree with you.
Or their
Yes.
revenue.
It's not
See?
even, but it's not because of your reason, but it's because of like, have you had their hash browns?
Yes, their hash browns,
Dude.
the sausage McMuffins.
Oh my god!
Sausage and McMuffins?
Sausage and egg McMuffin.
Yes, I'm so excited about this that I can't even speak.
I was talking
Fun fact.
to Espen a few weeks ago,
More of
and
their
literally
from
my
real estate
I was
than
leaving
it
I was
does
leaving
from
the
hobby.
hospital because my grandfather was in the hospital, and I was leaving early in the morning because I stayed there all night, and literally I went to McDonald's and I bought 4 sausage McGriddles and 8 hash browns, and I ate them all.
I think I've only had one of their sausage
In one
McGriddles,
sitting.
and I loved it, and I've never bought
Oh
it since,
my
and I don't know why.
fucking
They're so
god!
good.
Because
McGriddles are good.
it's so bad for
Right.
you. That's why.
Are they doing all day breakfast where you live?
No, and I'm so
They
sad that
stopped
they
doing
don't.
that
They
like a
stopped
year
doing
ago or
it.
so.
And I'm so sad.
God, it's so good.
Oh my god!
I hate it. I hate McDonald's, but it's so good. Okay,
okay.
if there's anything that takes points off of McDonald's, their sodas are disgusting.
Oh, they're
Like, I
gross.
get that it's
They're
just soda,
rancid.
but for some reason, it's so much worse.
It's their syrup.
Unless it's
The
the-
syrup
Yeah,
that they use
it's
is fucking
so
rancid.
gross.
Unless it's
Oh god, yeah.
McDonald's is an A. I'm
Like-
sorry, it is.
It is. It really is. It's that
Their
uncomfortable
breakfast-
truth. You don't want it
burgers
to
are
be, but it
nasty.
is.
I don't want it to be.
You don't
their,
want it to
their
be,
breakfast
but you
is
know
the
it
best,
is.
like
Oh my
fast food
God,
breakfast.
It's fucking
you haven't
wonderful.
Had Chick-fil-A breakfast.
Okay, that's fair, but Chick-fil-A is already higher.
I know.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A's already an
And-
S.
And yeah, it has ascended past like
Dude.
normal levels.
I don't think McDonald's.
Dude.
And the
Oh
fries
my
are so
God.
good.
Oh
Like,
my
they're
god.
so salty.
It tastes
I
bitter.
love it.
It tastes bitter to me.
My history teacher in high school always told us that if you ever wanted fresh fries from any
Burger
sort of fast
Billions
food
have the
place, you
best
order them
fries.
with no salt. Because they have to make new fries at that point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Burger King's
And then
better.
one of my friends who's a complete degenerate, he will order fries with no salt, and then he'll ask for salt. Because he's that kind of person. And I'm like,
Right.
you,
Oh, you
there's
know,
a
that's-
special place in hell for you.
You're definitely supposed to do that.
Yeah. But
have you ever had a McGangbang?
Yeah. We call them
good.
I call them McDanks. Because I don't
McDanks.
like calling them McGangbangs. It makes me uncomfortable.
That makes you uncomfortable.
So
okay.
Yeah. So I call them McDanks instead. But yes, I have had them.
So good.
All right. Moving on. Mod Pizza. I've never been to this place.
F tier.
Okay, cool.
I put it on there so I could guaranteed give something an F.
All right, cool. Good talk.
It's bad.
All right. Oh my god. I want to talk more about McDonald's and how bad and how good it is, but we have to move on.
I've never had Noodles & Co.
Okay.
They're like a C.
Yeah.
Emily says like a C.
It's a pasta place. I really like them. But I'm basic, so like I would put these at like a B minus.
Okay.
Like I really like them. They're really nothing great. Do you like pasta? Cool. All right. Next up is Olive Garden, when you're here with your family.
I like Olive Garden.
I actually really like Olive Garden as well. I haven't been there in a
love their
while, but
salad. I love their endless salad. Every time I go there, I want to die.
When you're here, your family goes.
When I'm there, I feel like I'm gonna like develop a fucking
disease.
Coronary artery disease.
Lactose intolerance. Yeah, like I love it. Grant, I hate their breadsticks. I think they're disgusting.
You're wrong.
They're just bland.
When you're here, your family
But
goes into cardiac.
I'd give it a B.
God. Yeah, I give it a B as well.
Olive Garden's a solid B.
Yeah, quick tangent, but I was on TikTok and I was scrolling through, and one of them was like TikTok of this guy. He's like talking, he's like, yeah, bro, like I took her out at Olive Garden, we kind of got frisky in the bathroom, and the other guy's like, oh, nice. Wait, you said you went to Olive Garden? And it's like, yeah. It's like, oh, dude, you shouldn't have done that. And I'm like, why? And it's like, because it's Olive Garden, and when you're there, you're family.
Oh
and the
my
guy's
God.
like, no, bro, no, oh god,
no, fuck.
All right, next up, Outback Steakhouse.
I think I love being in Outback more than I like their food.
We went for a date one
Honestly,
time and you were highly
same.
disappointed.
I know. That's what I'm
One
saying.
time.
It's just like a fun place.
I love Outback. Granted, okay, so the last time I went there, Emily and I went on a date, and the steak was not good. But at the time, I also didn't have more money for more food. So,
I went there. I don't know. The last time I went there, I forget why I went there. I think it was because it was a buddy of mine. It was right after Fuck, I don't remember. Buddy of mine, we stayed at a friend's place, and then we were driving back home. And we were stopping for lunch, and he's just like, hey, you want to go to Outback? And I'm like, sure, F it. And it's okay. I'd give it a B, solid B.
yeah, I'd give it a B.
Yeah, it's like a solid
I
B
want to
place,
go
so
back.
cool.
I haven't.
Dude,
I had a
we
bad
should-
experience, and I haven't been.
Dude, we should go. I have a $25 gift card for it.
Yes, I will
I've had
spend
it.
the
I've
$600.
I've had it for literally like over 6 years.
Jesus Christ.
We only have one Outback, and it's so far away from me, and I'm like, I don't want to go there. I want to drive all the way there. All right, next up, Panda Express.
I just had Panda yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah. Panda.
Panda.
What
Honestly,
would you give it?
You're gonna defer.
Yeah.
Probably my answer, I will admit, is probably going to be A or B, honestly.
Yeah. I was gonna say A or B.
Like I would give
it's a
it
B plus.
Yeah, I'd give it a B plus. It's honestly really not that
It's
bad.
the worst Chinese adjacent food.
But
their chow mein and orange chicken.
Oh my
is
god,
so
yes.
good.
Fried
There's
rice is awesome.
I don't want to talk about it just because we kind of have to go fast on these
Yeah.
other ones. But there's a sketch that I'm gonna put in the link dump, and it's so funny. It's all about it's a sketch of these of oh, what do you want to it's this guy asking his girlfriend what she wants to eat. And so he goes through this whole deductive reasoning of what to get, and then they end up going to Panda Express. And it's really really cute and it's really funny. But I'll put in the link for people to watch. I love it. And these this is like an Asian production company that I've been a fan of for like years now. And it's super fun. It's great. I love it. All right, next up, Panera Bread.
I've never been there, but Emily likes it.
I really like Panera Bread. It's pretty expensive though.
I defer to both of you.
Yeah, it's kind of expensive, and
she says
portions aren't worth it. Yeah, I'd be okay with that. Solid B+, sure. Like, it's okay. All right, Papa John's, better pizza, better ingredients. Papa John's.
Facts.
Like, if there was a net, put it as far over to the right on F and make it really small.
Okay. There.
There we go.
It's there.
That's Papa John's. That's right. Papa John's tier.
Sure. I won't even review you on it. Sure. All right. This next place you probably have never heard of. I'll be honest. But it's called Piata. And
that looks cool. I like their logo.
Yeah. It's really cool. It's Italian. The logo's Italian street food, Piata. And the best way I can describe it, it's Chipotle, but Italian.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah. It's awesome. Like, it's just like
make your own pasta dish?
No. You make... I think the Piata, I think it's a food. Like, it's basically like an Italian wrap, basically. But it is... but yeah, they have pasta dishes, but they primarily are known for making basically burritos, but they have they use sausage and pasta and diavolo sauce and all sorts of things, and it's so fucking good. But at the same time, it's so fucking bad for you, I feel like.
What?
I don't actually know, but it feels that way sometimes.
It looks really good.
Oh, it's so fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's got... we've had sushi burritos. Spaghetti in a burrito is not weird.
It's a little weird.
Literally just Italian Chipotle.
Italian
that's just the best way that I can describe them. Yeah, the burritos are called piatas. They're called piatas. Okay. And here, I'll share my screen for the menu. These are the piatas. These are the pre-made ones, but you can obviously make your own. That's the biggest thing is that you make your own piata usually. But yeah, they have they use romaine, mozzarella, peppers,
mozzarella.
Yeah, avocado, sweet corn, tomato and basil, aioli, hummus, pickled red onions, sausage, meats, Italian meats, and what's not. I don't know, they're just great. They're fucking great. I would probably give these an S tier, honestly. That's just where I'm at.
I'll let you get. Yeah.
It's just great. If you like Chipotle, you would love. If you like Chipotle, you like Italian food, you would love Piata.
I want to go there now.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's great. All right, next up, Pizza Hut. Pizza the Hut.
D or D+?
D+, because they have a good they have a good cookie pizza. They're actually really affordable and their deals are cool. Their pizza just sucks.
Yeah, I don't really have an opinion on pizza. It's there.
And they used to do a bunch of promotions with Star Wars, and I like it. When I was a kid.
Not biased at all.
No, not at all.
All right, next up, Popeyes.
Popeyes, SS tier.
Yeah. Okay, we don't have a Popeyes where I live, but yeah, so I've had Popeyes and I'm like, that's damn good chicken.
Chicken.
Double S tier.
That's damn good chicken.
Less garbage than KFC.
So good.
That's damn good chicken. I will agree. That's damn good chicken.
It is not better than Chick-fil-A.
I haven't been there. I can't say that.
So here's I agree with Emily. I agree with Emily.
Off at Chick-fil-A because it's a shitty place.
Because they're terrible people. Chick-fil-A is terrible people, and they have to be S. Because they're terrible people. We have to give Chick-fil-A S. Because, yes, they deserve double S in our hearts, but they're terrible people, so they have to be S.
The waffle fries.
He said the waffle fries are good too.
Oh yeah.
I
the
so good.
fried chicken sandwich at Popeyes, best thing I've ever had in my entire goddamn life.
I think I've only had Popeyes once, and really I live in crippling depression because I haven't had it since. True.
Sorry, what'd you say? I'm having two people talk to me at the same time, and I can only
I've only had Popeyes once, and my crippling depression stems from I've never had it since.
Oh, God, it's so good.
It's really sad.
Go back and get it.
We don't have any where I live. We don't.
Drive elsewhere. Go to a different state if you have to.
It's so sad. I remember, quick tangent. I had a friend that I played Final Fantasy with, and I forget what her actual job is, but I forget, it's something. It's like some sort of like call service or something like that. Regardless, I remember we were talking one day, and she was like complaining about her job, and she was like, yeah, I can't wait till like one of these days I'm gonna quit my job and I'm gonna work at Popeyes and start making that big money. And in my head I'm like, I feel like you could aim higher, but okay.
Really?
You reach for those stars.
That's it, huh? Okay.
Yeah, like that's it, huh? Okay, sure. All right, next up, Qdoba. I've only had Qdoba a couple times.
Qdoba is really good. It's better. It's better. Chipotle. I'd give it an A plus.
Yeah.
I haven't been there in a long time, but I have nothing but good memories, and their stuff is so good.
Yeah, I'll give it a solid A as well. I've only been there a few times, but I was like, this is really, really good.
It's one of the better burgers.
Yeah. All right. This next one, I don't know if you've heard of it. Again, might be more of a Midwest thing, East Coast thing, but it's called Raising Cane's.
I've heard of Raising Cane's.
All right.
I've never been there.
I would give this an F.
An F?
I would also give this an F, and it's because of the same reason that for In-N-Out is that this was so hyped to the point where it was like, oh my god, Raising Cane's is just the best thing in the world, and I had it, and I was like, okay, like it's sustenance, I guess, but at the same time, like, I really don't understand what's so great about it. And here's the other thing, I would give it a D, but the only reason I don't is because the only reason people like Raising Cane's, it's not because of the chicken. It's because of their fucking sauce that they put on almost everything. Which I will admit, their sauce is actually amazing. But that's literally the only reason you go there. Like, their chicken is actually just subpar. It's like, I would have I would have a much more enjoyable experience going to literally anywhere else. I'd rather eat a chicken raw. Like, it's just like, it's how Esprit says, it has the basics down, but it's just so bland, and they hide behind their sauce, which is so unbelievably good. But I'm like, is that really it? Okay, I guess. So I would say I'd give this an F as well, because I'm like, this is sad.
Okay.
And it was just so hyped up to the point where I'm like, I'm so disappointed.
Like, sometimes even if it's like decent, the disappointment just brings it down.
It brings it down really so hard. Yeah, it really does. All right,
I put a video in the linked up that you should check out as well. It's kind of a spoof. Like, it's a bunch of people being interviewed because Popeyes ran out of chicken.
Oh.
And then so it's a bunch of people who are getting interviewed, and then it's just this white dad who's like, yeah, that sucks, I guess I'll go get a pizza. Everybody else is just super freaking out. Anyway.
All right, next up is a place that I don't know if you've heard of, but it's called Rapid Fire Pizza.
I don't know if I've heard of it.
It's
you guys
similar.
seem to have a lot of pizza restaurants out there.
Yeah. This one also I had a decent amount when I was in college. But it's similar to Blaze Pizza as well. It's okay. It's pretty good. I would give it a solid B. Like, it's there.
It's there.
Yeah, it's a cool.
I feel like C is the middle on an it's there.
I mean, yeah, but like when we go from double S to F, B is our median.
Okay.
So, like, I think really the only downside is, like, I go to Domino's a lot more, but because of they're open late and Blaze and Rapid Fire are not.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just kind of like, oh, if they were open late, I'd go there probably all the time, but they're not. So it is what it is. But yeah, I really like them. They're good. This is a bad comparison because you don't like Subway, but they're like Subway but for pizza.
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
I understand the comparison. Can you toss this?
Next up, Red Lobster. Yum.
I went there one time. I was in Boston.
I
ordered a burger.
What?
I had to pay for my own food. I was in 8th grade.
What?
I was in 8th grade and I had to pay for my own food.
Do you know all the wrong things you said in that sentence?
I went on a field trip.
Boston.
I had $250 to myself
for spending.
No, I had $500 for spending money. Anyway, and I bought a burger. The only thing that I ate on my trip to the East Coast was burgers. I went to the Hard Rock Cafe. I had a burger. I went to Red Lobster. I had a burger.
Sure, Hard Rock Cafe makes sense.
Granted, I stole some people's lobster. I had some lobster. I wasn't going to give it a bad grade. I was just saying I had a bad experience and I ordered wrong.
Damn it. Yeah,
it's probably an A.
It really depends
it
on
is.
what lobster you go. I haven't
It's
been
probably an A for me.
God damn it. Fuck. Lord.
I'm sorry. I ordered a burger at Red Lobster.
Yeah, it's like a fucking sin.
Oh, I think I also got there. No, I only got
it.
the burger.
It's really hit or miss.
God, it's like going to a Mexican restaurant and ordering the whitest thing there.
Can I get the mac and cheese and chicken tendies, please?
Fuck. Anyways,
Sherry's.
I've never heard of this place.
It's a D.
B+.
Okay.
It's a D.
You're wrong.
Sure.
It's better than Denny's.
It's better than IHOP.
Is it a breakfast place?
It's a breakfast place. It's not better than IHOP.
It is better.
It's
than
not better than IHOP. The only thing that they have going for them is the pie shakes, and I didn't even like those.
Do we want to bump this up to D+?
No, I don't want to bump it up to a D+.
Right.
IHOP is better than
I can't
Shenny's.
be with you anymore.
Shenny's?
All right, Shetty's. All right, next up, Skyline Chili. This
No idea.
I'm fairly certain this is a Midwest
I've heard
thing.
so
I'm
much shit
positive
about
this is a
Skyline
Midwest
chili.
thing.
Apparently, Emily has heard a lot of shit about Skyline.
So it depends on it's really dependent on who you ask because there are two like chili places in Ohio, at least to my knowledge. There are two chili places in Ohio. One of them is Skyline, and the other one is Gold Star. And it's like Coke and Pepsi.
Gold Star.
Yeah, it's like Coke and Pepsi. If you like one, you hate the other. I've never had Gold Star, so I don't know. But I had Skyline when I was in college, and I really liked them.
You did that to my boy Sherry's.
We don't have chili places here.
Yeah. I really like
love
Skyline,
chili.
but again, I don't really have anything to
Places that
compare it
have
to.
chili. We don't have chili dedicated
I
places.
honestly would probably give this an A+.
Okay.
It's just because of I ate a lot of it when I was in college. I really, really liked it. There are even some days where I'm just like, a friend of mine that I went to college with, she tweeted out one day, she's like, man, I'm really craving Skyline, but I don't live anywhere near any of the places. And I'm like, dude, same.
I love chili.
And it feels bad.
And from what I understand, like, chili restaurants are just like a Midwest thing, and that makes me so sad.
I like
Yeah.
vegetarian.
It's because it gets cold
Yeah,
here.
even vegetarian chili is really good.
It gets really cold
fucking
here,
beans.
and you know, a nice
You need
hot
something
bowl
to
of
heat up.
chili. Yeah,
that
warm it
explains
up.
why they have fucking so much clam chowder on the East
Yeah.
Coast.
Oh,
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
I love clam
Great.
chowder.
Clam chowder is
Well,
great.
and chowder's
But
like-
yeah, I know that I said that I don't
Did I say West Coast?
like toppings on my
No, I
hot
said
dogs.
Did you?
Skyline's
I
probably the
haven't had a
only
barbecue.
place that I would be okay with putting stuff on a hot dog because they have chili dogs and they have like these little tiny hot dogs. Like they're probably like 4 inches long. These hot dogs, a cute little fluffy bun. They put their signature chili on it with some shredded cheese. Oh.
I have a
So
question. In regards to chili, do you like chili with beans in it?
Not usually, no.
No,
I mean,
you
like,
only
I
meat
don't-
chili.
I don't mind it. Like, if you put it in there, I'll eat it.
Oh,
But,
it's
like,
the
Wrong.
I
I'm like,
love like
White bean
chili
chili?
with beans in it. It's the only I hate
Yeah,
all
I'm
meat chili.
Yeah, I'm of the mindset of like,
Never
you know,
had it.
if it's in there, cool. If it's not, cool. I really don't
Okay.
care.
My old
I
favorite
yeah, I
chili
honestly just don't
chili
care.
restaurant.
But
Oh, that kinda hurts.
Skyline chili, if I'm thinking correctly, it's like a signature recipe, and one of the main ingredients is cinnamon in it.
Okay.
And it gives, like, to me, I didn't think it would matter, but oh my god, that little like hint of cinnamon in the chili is so fucking good. It's great.
Okay, now that sounds gross. I don't like cinnamon.
It's okay, that's fair enough. But
I don't like
trust me,
cinnamon.
trust me,
You don't have
it's very
taste
good.
buds.
It's a small hint. It's not like overpowering. It's just kind of like, oh, that's nice.
If there's like a spice, I don't want it to be cinnamon. I like if you put kick in something, just don't put cinnamon in it.
Do you like pumpkin pie?
It's not.
I do
It's not cake. but
Like pumpkin pie, that's the only thing I like cinnamon in.
You like
I don't like pie.
I
to
like
be honest.
Snickers.
Like,
Stop coming.
Pie's okay.
Sweets are different because I like cinnamon rolls too. Stop.
all right, moving on. Sonic.
Had it one
I-
time. It
Same.
was really bad.
I had it one time. I didn't mind it. It was okay.
Outside of the
I was like,
slushes.
cool.
I'll give it a D plus.
The drinks are good.
Okay.
The
I-
drink, yeah. The
Yeah.
Sonic whatever they
Sure.
are
Slushies.
are
Oh, the
slushes.
slushies?
Yeah. they're good. The
Yeah, those are
food
good.
is
Those are
not
good.
great.
Yeah, my experience with Sonic was okay. I liked the novelty of it.
We don't even
it
have
was-
any in Oregon.
Yeah, I don't even remember where I was when I remember I was
ones
driving
up
back
in-
from somewhere, and I stopped there with my mom for lunch, and it was just like we never had it before, and I've always seen the commercials. I'm like, sure, we'll try it out. And I
They
was like,
actually
okay.
sell their ice by the bag.
Because it's the only
Weird.
good ice.
Yeah. And apparently, yeah, it's like the best ice ever
It's so weird, but
because
okay.
they're in little tubes.
Sonic.
Interesting. All right, but yeah, it was okay. I enjoyed it. I liked the novelty.
Yeah.
All right, next up, it's taco time.
Taco time. I want to give
I've-
it a double S just for the meme, but it's actually like a problem. Probably an F.
I've never heard of this place before.
There's one like not even 5 minutes from my house. I'm pretty sure I've seen people get stabbed there.
Jesus.
Two in
Okay.
Hillsborough.
Okay. We'll just put that down here then.
Like, I will go to a taco time, but it's an F. They have like 59-cent tacos, but they're the most disgusting tacos you've ever had.
Okay.
Okay.
I have an opinion about Taco Time.
Good to
There's
know.
one good one.
All right. This next place, I've only had it once, and it was in
Food Court
Texas.
has
It's
the
called
best taco time
Torchy's.
with
Torchy's
the best
Tacos.
tater tot.
Damn good.
Yeah, I've only had it once, and I will admit
good
they were
things about
damn
Torchy's.
good. I will
Damn good.
admit. Yeah, I would give
good
these an
things.
A for my first time there. Like I was like, these are damn good.
There's two in Hillsborough.
Like legitimately, I was like, okay.
And the Aurora area.
So that's where I'm at with the with Torchy's.
Up one side.
Okay, so there's just none in part.
Yeah, no.
So, yeah.
Go Torchies.
Yeah, woo!
I
Go
can't
Torchy's,
be
woo.
like yeah. I have zero input for this.
Woo! Cool. All right. Next is Wetzel's Pretzels. I have
Wetzel's
zero input on
Pretzels.
this. I have zero
I-
input here.
It's better than.
I've never heard of this place.
I would give it probably a B minus.
B minus.
I don't like it as much as
Okay.
Auntie Anne's.
Okay.
Like, it's good. It's a pretzel place. It's a good pretzel place.
Okay.
But I wouldn't take it over Auntie Anne's.
Personally, I think
Okay.
it's quality.
Emily says it's better quality, but if I see an Auntie Anne's or Wetzel's, I'm going to Auntie Anne's.
Yeah.
So like, that's one of the like preferences over.
I can see that.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Next up is another sandwich place. It's called Which Witch.
Which are we
I've
getting?
had this once, and
I've heard
it was
bad things.
really good. Like
Emily
it's kind of like
says people say it's bad.
yeah, I really liked it. But I think that might just because I really like the novelty of it. Cause like the place that I went to or the store that I went to, they had this wall of paper bags, and on the paper bag is basically kind of like you basically just check mark. There are a bunch of different boxes, and you check mark what you want on your sandwich, and then you just give it to the cashier, and they ring you up, and then you pay, and then you just wait to get your sandwich.
Okay.
But when I had it, it was really, really good. Like
it sounds
again,
like Subway with people with anxiety.
Kind of.
That's all it sounds like.
Kind of, yeah.
The least amount of interaction as possible.
Yeah, kind of. So I would give this, if Emily says it's bad, I would give this a C. Just because it's average. It's there. But my experience was pretty okay. Alright. Next up, White Castle.
I've never been there.
Really?
Yeah, I don't even know if we have any out here.
Yeah. White Castle, if I had to describe it, it's kind of like Waffle House, but fast food.
I've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
White
like,
Castle?
they're really good, but, like, if I had to
defer to your
choose
judgment.
between what's healthier, McDonald's or White Castle, I'd probably
have
say
frozen White
McDonald's.
Castle.
Wow. That's terrifying.
like White Castle
God.
food is, I don't know if it's actually like unhealthier, but it just feels unhealthier because their signature thing is sliders.
Oh, dude, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, they're great.
Go.
They're awesome. They're so good, but like I feel bad eating them because I'm like, holy shit.
Oh, I can feel the cholesterol.
Yeah, so like I would probably give these either an A or a B, and I really don't know.
Why is he moving it up?
I'd probably give them an A because they're really good.
All right.
But
I
I'm
want to
like,
go.
holy
I hear
fuck.
nothing but good things.
Yeah,
Where are
like
you
I
hearing
mean,
good things
Harold
about
and
White
Kumar
Castle?
made a whole movie about
Yeah,
them.
they wouldn't have made
They
the
went
movie
to-
if it wasn't popular, if it wasn't worth making a
Yeah.
movie about.
My mom
Where are
actually,
you
when she was in
hearing good
college, she
things
used to
about
get White
White
Castle
Castle?
all the time. She loves
internet?
White Castle, so
Where on the internet?
there's that.
Mostly white dudes.
All right, this is the last
Really?
one.
Because I know two white
This is the last
dudes.
one?
This is the last one.
Oh,
This is
okay.
the last one, and it is Wingstop.
Yeah, my boy. Wait, I chose transparent, and it still has the checkered background.
Yeah,
What?
I don't know.
Gave it as a...
Look, I'm just going off. Are you sure? It wasn't like a screenshot of with the
It might
transparent
have been a
background?
Fuck, I don't.
Because
I just
when
ripped
I
it
was
off of Google
downloading
Images.
some of these, some of them weren't even JPEGs or PNGs.
Really?
Yeah, so I had to go look them up by themselves again and
Oh.
download them.
Wingstop. S tier.
S tier.
Yep.
Okay. I've had I will admit Wingstop was actually really good. I've been there only once
It's
because
okay. I can't
I think we
eat
just
any of
recently
it.
got one near where I live, so
Their chicken tenders are real.
they're pretty
Their
good.
chicken tenders are really good, and they've started recently doing them.
And I'm a
Their deals are
vegetarian.
really good. Their wings lately, I've been getting less like sauces on my wings. Like it seems like they're putting less on, but I am also getting them early in the morning, as in like I'm usually the first guy there, so maybe they're just pissed off. But they're really good. I've only in the entire time that I've been eating them,
Use this back.
maybe I've had two that were like every once in a while you get a wing that you just can't eat because it's got a weird center to it. Only a handful of times have I ever got that from there, which is a good record.
Yeah.
Their fries are really good. They have sugar in it, which sounds
their
weird.
fries are really, really good.
It's so
Yeah.
good.
You can
Yeah,
also
those
get
are really
any of
good.
the wings.
I will admit those are. I've had the fries.
Fries are amazing.
I remember when I went there with some friends of
They're,
mine. We literally it was the
they're
first time
rolls,
being there,
too, the honey
and
rolls.
we got like I forget what we got. We got like one of them was I just got like classic honey barbecue, and then like one of my friends got like these like peach mango habanero one. Those were really good. Those are really, really, really.
Oh yeah. I get the mango habanero and the lemon pepper. So good.
Oh yeah.
Lemon pepper is probably their best
Yeah, we
one
had those as well.
by far. And if you eat both of them, like if you don't think that the mango habanero is hot enough, then immediately eat a lemon pepper, and it makes it so much hotter. It's perfect.
Yeah.
I have found like the best pairing of two wings It's amazing.
As a
All right.
person who can't
Well,
eat
on
anything
that
except
note,
veggies-
guys, there you have it. This is our C+ podcast ranked restaurant tier. You heard it here first. This is where we're at. Everyone else is wrong. We're right, obviously.
Screw in and out.
Yeah, screw it. Yeah, but let us know what you guys think. Are we wrong? Are we right? What restaurants did we forget? But I think on that note, guys, I think that's a perfect place for us to stop for the C+ podcast. So once again, thank you all so much for watching. As per usual, I will put up a edited version of this on my YouTube channel following next week, next Wednesday, and all that good stuff. But yeah, this has been the C+ podcast. As always, my name is Shogun Shin. That is Hex Ginkgo. And we will see you guys next time.
Bye, everybody.